What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to TDPHINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I'm going to do myself a favor and try not to think about the Dolphins game. I'll probably do my post game late tonight to give myself time to not do anything that I shouldn't be doing. So I'm going to go ahead and stream this Chargers Baltimore game and talk through this game as I settle myself down and try to maintain my composure. It is what it is as the Herbert and those guys get the ball first. And we got a 2nd and 11. Herbert looking, and he's going to throw the ball away, and we'll have 3rd and 11 coming up. 3rd and 11. I'll talk a little bit about the Dolphins game, but I'm going to try my very best to just keep my composure and answer some of y'all questions, man. It is what it is, man. I'm highly disappointed. I'm actually upset right now, but I need to focus on other football right now to get my mind right, man. So if y'all got any questions, if I see them, I'll answer them. As I call this game 3rd and 11, Herbert back to pass. Herbert looking, throws deep right, and gets a 1st down to his tight end, man. To his tight end. I just don't understand. We couldn't have had an easier opportunity day. And for us to only put up 20 points in an easy opportunity day. And do y'all realize we had 20 points at halftime? 13 points at halftime. 13 points at halftime. And virtually did nothing since then. We get one good drive a game from our offense. And that's everybody. Receivers, the linemen, quarterback. We get one good drive a game. And the reality is, all these 13 play drives, we need to be able to sprinkle in some 4 to 5 play drives in a game as well. We need to be able to have some drives where we can quickly score and put the pressure on the other team. Just terrible. Coaching all the way down. All the way down. Herbert in the pistol on 2nd and 2. This is the game to determine who's leading the race in the MVP. As the Chargers get another 1st down, I'm telling y'all now, right here is the game to see who's leading the MVP race. Because Baltimore's secondary and defense is phenomenal. And I'm going to tell you now, if Herbert wins this game, it is what it is, y'all. Herbert play action, looks, throws for it all. Incomplete. And that's going to be good defense. No flags on the play. 2nd and 10 coming up. I feel like this game right here is going to be to decide who's going to win, who's going to be leading the MVP race. Still not sold on Kyler now, but we'll see. We'll see. TD, we can blame the coaches. It's more than the coaches, y'all. The coaches did some stupid stuff too. Oh, man. Anyway, man, Herbert fakes the handoff, play action, throws in the flat, incomplete to Eckler. He sailed it too far. Actually, to Gooten. Sailed the ball too far. Sith Lord with the donation. Sith Lord said, I am not upset because I am not surprised. Been dealing with this crap since Dan Marino retired. I guess, sadly, I am hardened. Need big changes. Huge changes. Not big changes, huge changes. We need. 3rd and 10. Herbert's in the shotgun. Trips to the right, one to the left. Oh, they're going to send an all-out blitz. And they send, batted down at the line of scrimmage. Great defense by Baltimore. So Herbert and company will be punting on the 1st drive of the game. Baltimore is going to get their shot at it now. I don't want to hear nothing about the O-line. I don't want to hear nothing about the receiving core. I don't want to hear nothing. Tua even took advantage of huge opportunities. But listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Y'all put it in the comment section now so nobody say I'm hating. I told y'all from the get-go, what was the game going to come down to? 2 guys. The game is going to come down to 2 guys. I told y'all from the beginning the game was going to come down to two guys. Who made the most plays and who didn't make the most mistakes? Two guys is what the game was going to come down to. And both of them played well. But who made the least amount of mistakes? And that's what it comes down to. In a game where both teams giving up everything, it was an easy game for both teams. Our defense actually stopped them more than they stopped us. Omar, I don't want to hear about no stop TD. Tua played amazing. Tua got everything he could get with wide open wide receivers all day. And he took what they gave him. Kudos. But you can't leave nothing on the field. In a game like that, it's going to come down to who made the most mistakes, who took advantage of the most opportunities, and who took advantage of the most opportunities. Trevor freaking Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence took advantage of more opportunities. I don't care that there were only a few that Tua didn't take advantage of. That's what games come down to. Our defense stopped them more than they stopped us. Our defense stopped them more than they stopped us, man. And I told you, Tua had a good game, but it comes down to every single play. Is the loss on Tua? No, but at the same token, like I told y'all, teams don't mind having a quarterback where you got to go 13 and 14 drives down the field to get it done. And then on top of it, listen to me. The man got everything he wanted all day wide freaking open. Y'all watch the same game I watched, wide open. The problem with Tua Tagovailoa is the reason nobody respects him because if he plays any good team that can play some man coverage, he doesn't even get 200 yards today. It's simple. I'm not even ragging on him. Good, solid day, taking what the defense gives you, but you left some things out on the field. And I know it's easier to say, well, he actually had all these yards and this and that. You can't put this on him. Y'all don't understand football. Tom Brady literally played against, what is his name, Wentz or whatever in the Super Bowl. Both of them had darn near 500 yards. Wentz made the play that Tom Brady didn't make. Wentz made the one play that Tom Brady didn't make, where the quarterback caught it. Remember, the Patriots actually did the same play, and Brady let it go off of his fingertips. Sometimes that's what it comes down to. Whoever Foles, not Wentz. Whoever makes the play when you need it the most. As Baltimore rushes for 8 yards on first down. That's what it comes down to. Both of them almost had 500 yards, but guess what? Brady came up short. You know why? Foles outplayed him. He made one more play than Tom Brady. That's how this game works. You want me to give him a consolation prize for literally taking advantage of the weakest secondary in the NFL? A team that left everybody open today? You want me to give him a gold star? Y'all need to be honest with yourself. That played right into freaking Jacksonville's game plan. Long as it take them 10 or more plays to go down there, we'll deal with it. Shorten the game, make it go by quicker. Shorten the game, make it go by quicker. And who makes the most mistakes? And Mervin Myers bet that we would make the most mistakes. And sure enough, freaking frustrating, man. And this is why your offense need a playmaker, whether it's a receiver or it's a freaking quarterback who are going to get 4-play touchdowns sometimes. You need sometimes to have that deep strike at least once or twice in the game to get you that touchdown. That quick. Put the onus back on the other team. And no, Tua didn't play like trash. He didn't even play bad. But once again, haven't we seen this story before? First drive looked good, and he might give you one more in the rest of the game. It's simple, man. You needed a freaking elite playmaker on this level, man. And what we saw today was what we always going to see, a freaking game manager. And why? They gonna make the narrative TD say he played like trash. Nobody ever said that. But he played like what Jacksonville wanted him to be a game manager. You think Tua could have played that much better than what he did? Then there you have it. That's what you're going to deal with. TD, little TD did a great job stepping in for you while you compose yourself. Future TD Fans Talk commentator. Man, I appreciate him because, man, I had to hold back just blasted. This fool said TD really blaming Tua for this loss. Nobody blamed Tua for this loss. What I am telling you is you just need as Joe Burrow throws a touchdown already in his game, you need a guy who is going to take the top off of the defense and have that threat every single play, not a guy who is just going to eat everything underneath. I needed Tua to just play the way that he played today to try to get a win. This loss is on the coaches. This loss is 100% on the coaches. But what I am trying to tell y'all, if that's the best you're going to get from Tua, because it was as efficient of a game that you can get, if that's the best you're going to get from him, the reality is it is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about a defense in Jacksonville that gave you everything. And guess what? I'll do you one better. There are two specific plays that in this whole game that were easy as can be. The freaking interception that the guy was wide open going down the sideline, might have even been a touchdown. Yeah. Why? What's wrong with him? Let me see. All better? Y'all be careful, okay? Thank you. Go play, okay? There's two plays in particular, y'all. The interception, guy wide open, might have even been a touchdown. In that third down where he sailed it 8 feet over the top. What some of y'all fail to realize, that's your game right there. Come on. I got to fix the camera. Is the camera back? Yeah, the camera back. Cool. Had to fix the camera. The kids knocked it out. But some of y'all, for some reason, y'all don't understand that that's it right there. That's your game. Those two plays alone are your game. When you have a game that easy that the defense is giving you everything, you have to be flawless. You have to be flawless. Those two plays right there, that's how you carry a team. That's all I'm trying to explain to y'all. This loss is 100% on the coaches. But Tua could have carried the team. Those two plays alone, that's it. I'm dropping the link, EM. Telling y'all, I know and I recognize this game is 100% on the coaches. It's on the coaches. But like I told y'all before, those two plays is how you carry the team. It's simple. That's how you carry the team. I just dropped the link, EM. Simple, man. Tua thinking I lost to Trevor again. Oh, wow. I forgot about that. Tua actually played well. He took what they gave him all day, and that's all you can ask. But I'm telling you, those two plays is how you carry the team. And that's all I'm trying to explain to y'all. Those two plays are the moments where you get an opportunity to carry the freaking team. What's up, EM, man?
I'm at a loss for words, bro.
Yeah,
I really don't have much to say, TD. I don't.
How can there's nothing to say? It's
I don't
embarrassing,
have much to say, bro. I don't have much to say.
It's freaking embarrassing, man.
I've been trying.
I know everybody's flooding backstage, but I'm not right now. All right. I know everybody's flooding backstage, but not right now.
over the past since we've been on this skid, this losing skid, I'm trying to find, you know, wreck my brain and trying to come up with, an excuse, not excuse. I hate to say excuse, but an excuse to extend Flores, a grace period, give him an opportunity to right this wrong. And I'm still going to do that. But a game after today, bro, I mean, Flores going to have to eat that. He going to have to take this one, bro.
It's solely on him. It's solely on him. He has to own this.
He's take this one, bro. He's going to have to. And can you hear me?
Yeah.
TD. Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, my bad. I just had got a call, but yeah, he gonna have to take this L, bro. There's no way around it. You had, again, it wasn't a perfect game from Tua, but I think Tua, it was two crucial opportunities for Tua. It was two big mistakes. I felt like over the course of the game. Not saying he was perfect, but
what two are those? I want to see if we got the same two.
It was the biggest one to me. Even more so than the interception was when he didn't see. I don't know who that was. It was either
Isaiah Ford.
It was Ford.
It was Ford coming across the. You mean the one where he took the double coverage?
When he
that was the third play. Actually, you're right. I said two, but that was the third play. I remember that one.
To me, that was the biggest play because if he hits that, the momentum
scoring territory right there.
Yeah, exactly. There's points on the board, and Tua just didn't see him. And obviously the interception, but he rebounded from that. He responded on that 91 play. That 91 yard play, that 91 yard scoring drive.
That's the point, bro. Maybe that's two scoring drives instead of the one, though. I know we say he recovered from it.
Absolutely, I agree.
Because that was a touchdown. The interception was a touchdown.
I agree. Again, Tua didn't play it, but I thought Tua played a clean enough game. He gave you enough to win this game. I think a lack of discipline, penalties are killing this team. Absolutely killing this team because we're not good enough to overcome that consistently. What made us who we are in the second half of 2019 and last year? One of the biggest reasons was that nobody's talking about is that we were one of them in the top three in terms of least penalized teams in the league. We're not getting that production now. They are too undisciplined. We're not good enough to overcome that, bro. And play calling, coaching across the board. Defensively, let's talk about defensively real quick. Why do you wait until you're down to get creative and get aggressive like they did in the third quarter?
Sending blitzes.
They should see that should have been. Again, we haven't seen that all year. Let alone in this game, we haven't seen that level of aggression all year long, and that is what made you the defense who you were last year for the most part. And what happened? Where's that gone? You know what I mean? I don't get it.
So here's my deal. We know what we have as a team. It's hard to gauge the true essence of what our defense wants to be when your starting corners are out. We just knew that it was an even game regardless because of the level of competition we were playing. Okay. Mm-hmm. But knowing what the essence of our defense should be, I'm not even tripping in that regards. As far as our offense, receivers, no issue. Listen, when you really look at it all the way across the board, bro, I'm trying to figure out how this team gets better from our core of who we do have. And is it unfair for me to feel like we said, Tua, he didn't have a bad game, but is it unfair for me to say that 80% of what he got was wide open?
Well, I've told you this before, TD. I don't hold your narrative. Well, I disagree with you to some degree about the narrative about zone coverage. I mean, because 95% of the league is zone coverage. They play zone coverage.
But they're trash zone. It's even worse.
Well, I'll give you that. I give you that.
I mean, we're not talking about zone and then you come up and make the tackle. We're talking about Gesicki sitting there with nobody within 10 yards of him on almost every catch behind the linebackers. Like, yards at the catch has to be through the roof this game.
I hear you.
This is you don't get no easier than this as a quarterback. This is a game where quarterbacks so easily have 450 yards. You can look at the ones where you say that Tua left on the table. That's his 450 yards right there.
I hear you. But again, I just don't. I mean, if you could generally against any team, if a team is a primary zone team, they drop 7 and they only rush 4, and they only rush 4. If you can protect any quarterback in the league, they're gonna put up points. That's just the nature of the NFL, bro.
But
That's
we
just not
didn't
relevant.
put up points. That's the point I'm making. We left them on the field.
Excuse me, numbers, yardage total. Because once
they need to translate the points.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%. But that's just not relative to Tua Tagovailoa. That's just the league in general, bro. So I don't agree with that narrative that that's just again, like I said, that's just the nature of zone coverage, bro. So kudos to Tua. Would you rather him not put up any numbers against zone coverage?
I'd rather him carry the team with the coaching deficiencies because he had an opportunity to do it today. That's the difference that I'm making here. I'm making a difference to say that Tua played a good game. The problem is he had opportunities to actually carry the team. This is the exact win that your franchise quarterback on those 3 plays that we mentioned, you carry the team by executing those. That's the difference. You have a good game, but you didn't carry the team. That's the difference that I keep trying to drive the people. Even in a good game, there's no carrying. These are the games we won last year. Why? Because the defense carried us. But now that the defense isn't carrying you, it's showing your quarterback needs to carry it. And, bro, and this is all I'm saying. We can name 10, maybe even 15 quarterbacks who would have carried that victory. Am I wrong?
No, I don't know about 15, but yeah, top 10 quarterbacks do carry their team to victory generally in that scenario.
You don't know about 15.
I don't know about 15, but a top 10 quarterback, absolutely.
Bro, with all that easy zone, the 25 quarterbacks would have had that yardage. Easy.
Come on, T.
Okay, do me a favor. Name to me what quarterbacks in the NFL were wide open guys like you. No. Name them. I want you to try to name them, EM. No, don't do it. Nope, you're going to backtrack. You're going to try to say that, this is that narrative. You're being too tough. Name them.
Prove me wrong. Name them. Too tough.
Name them.
Bro, I am not in the right state right now. Bro, my head is spinning right now.
My point exactly.
Because of this loss.
Name them. Name the quarterbacks who wouldn't have put up numbers today. Name the quarterbacks that wouldn't have put up numbers today.
I'm not saying you wouldn't. I'm not saying you would. I keep telling you, TD, that I just said, right? Just the nature of zone coverage, quarterbacks tend to prefer zone coverage as opposed to man-to-man. If you can protect them up front.
I agree.
But you're trying to spin this as a negative. No, Tua did what he was supposed to do.
No, sir. Sir. He did a lot of what he was supposed to do, but don't say he did what he was supposed to do as an absolute because he left too much on the field with those plays. It's the difference maker here.
But see, here's where the issue I have with you. I just got off the phone with Esteban. He was spewing that same nonsense.
Maybe
you sitting here. Hang on. You sitting here highlighting everything this man didn't do, but you're not highlighting the 5 crucial penalties that killed 5 drives. That is impossible to overcome.
The Jaguars had the same amount of penalties with more yardage. I don't care. But guess what? Trevor Lawrence got it done in that situation. Tell me what play. Hold on. Tell me what plays Trevor Lawrence left on the field. This is what it freaking comes down to. Who makes the most mistakes?
Bro, I'm not. Listen, they were what 3-11 on third. 3-11 on third down.
Who?
Jacksonville.
Okay.
They're horrible on third down. Today.
Okay, and how many of them were? And how many were the quarterback drops? I mean, the receiver drops.
Well,
it's relative. It was all Trevor was delivering. I'm trying to understand, where did Trevor make the big mistake in the game? Where did he leave the big opportunity at? That's what it comes down to. Trevor Lawrence overall outplayed Tua Tagovailoa overall. You can disagree all you want. Just because his receivers dropped it, you can disagree.
Trevor Lawrence missed throws in this game as well, bro.
What throws did he miss?
Absolutely. I'm going to have to go back and look at the tape.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. I am. Don't worry here shortly. But he missed throws.
I know you will.
He missed throws in this game.
And trust me when I tell you, when you come and watch that film, you're gonna see who left the most meat on the bones.
I disagree, TD.
Yeah, because you're thinking off of your defense right now. I'm telling you.
No.
Then if you
you
say you're gonna go watch, right? You say you're gonna go watch.
Tua is not the reason why we lost this game, bro.
I said he wasn't the reason we lost the game. I said that this was an opportunity for him to carry the team.
I can't tell.
Hold on. For the record, right when you came in, I said it 10. Excuse me, I said it 10 times. It don't matter if you can't tell. That's on you. That's something you got to check out with yourself. If I say it 10 times, that's your business if you can't tell. What's understood ain't got to be explained. Brian Flores lost this game. Tua Tagovailoa had an opportunity to carry it. He had an opportunity. Am I wrong on that statement? Am I wrong on that statement?
Well, let me ask you this: Did Trevor Lawrence have to overcome the Miami Dolphins and his coaches? Did he have that? Did he have to overcome both of those two things in his game that Tua clearly had to overcome?
Tua didn't have to overcome the freaking coaches. What are you stopping? What are you talking about? Listen. Because the first thing you're supposed to look at is what you can control. Everybody want to get in the field. No, yeah, of course no, because you don't exercise accountability. You don't exercise accountability.
No.
Let me tell you why.
I just highlighted the two. I'm telling you, I just highlighted the issues that Tua had. What are you talking about?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
Despite the bad coaching, you tell me if I'm wrong. Tua makes one of those 3 plays, we win the game.
Oh yeah, I agree.
So why do I have to care about the other stuff when he had an opportunity to carry the team?
But TD, it's and again, the better quarterback. And what do I always say? It's about from 3 to 5 crucial plays generally over the course.
And he has 3 of them. He has 3 of the 5.
I get it. The better quarterbacks in the league make those plays probably 85 to 90% of the time.
And we win the game.
But guess what?
Win the game.
Guess what, Tua? I'm sorry, TD. Tua
is not in Tua. That's disrespectful.
Tua is not on that level yet.
Okay, then what are you sitting here making excuses for if we know he ain't on no level? All I'm saying to you is he had an opportunity, his first opportunity to actually carry the team where we could have said Tua won this game. Tua got this victory.
No, but see, okay.
With everything against him, Tua won the freaking game. Okay. He had that opportunity. He had the opportunity. And you can't. That's the problem. You don't want to admit it, but you know it's true.
No, I'm calling it down the middle, TD. What are you talking about?
Did Tua have an opportunity?
I just said yes.
All right. In the discussion, that's the only point I'm making.
What more do you want?
That's okay. I get it.
He is just not refined to a top 10 level yet. He's not. I've never tried to dispute that. But why not give your developmental quarterback? Why not give him the benefit? Why not support? And I'm not saying he didn't get any support, but why not support your development? He's shown tangible improvement today.
I don't want to hear no freaking tangible improvement against a wide open guys all day. You know as well as me. You know as well as me.
Are you going to let me finish?
Okay.
Are you gonna talk over me?
I'm about to eat through your statement. As soon as you finish, I'm gonna ask you one question that's gonna shut all that crap about tangible improvement up.
You saw improvement from Tua today. You saw him using his legs. I would have preferred him using more, but you saw him looking to use and incorporate his legs into his game. You saw that, right? Nope. You saw him in an adverse situation respond and get the lead back for his team, right? You didn't see that?
Tell me when Tua has. No, I didn't. By the way, tell me when Tua has had an easier game. So with the defensive look, tell me when he's had an easier game against the defense in his life.
So in terms of right, Tua making those 3 crucial plays that could have influenced the outcome in a positive way for the Dolphins, he missed. But guess what? That's not foreign to a player that's playing his 12th start, bro.
So let me eat through all of that by asking you one question, EM.
Go ahead.
Let me ask you one question.
Go ahead.
You saw Tua's stat line. You see his 2-to-1 interception ratio. He put up 329 yards today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And please don't take the chickened out approach by not answering the question and be like, well, I don't know. What would this game have looked like had he played Buffalo today?
I mean, damn, TD.
No. Answer the question. Yeah, I figured you'd say that. I figured you'd say that.
How can I answer that?
Because you trying to sit here and make it seem like you. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because you're sitting around here trying to talk about you saw improvement from him when he had the easiest game of his career throwing to wide open guys in the secondary. Because guess what? Had it been a competent defense, they would have been complaining about the drops. They would have been complaining about the O-line.
No. Look here. Buffalo is just listen. When the Dolphins play Buffalo, if they can actually block Buffalo up front, Tua would have similar numbers because it's not like Buffalo has it. First off, Buffalo is a zone-based team. Am I right? Am I correct? You
are wrong. First of all, they mix it up. They mix.
No, they don't. No, they don't. It's still primary zone team. Number one. Okay. So again, your narrative about zone coverage, bro.
What did they run on us in week? No. See, that's where you're wrong. When teams play, which is shocking, Jacksonville, that's how bummish they are. But when teams like Buffalo and when other teams play the Miami Dolphins, they are not primarily zone because they're looking to send pressure at Tua.
They are.
You know that ain't true.
They are.
They were primary. Hold on. They were primarily zone in the last game of last season. Was they primary zone in the last game of last season?
Absolutely.
No, they weren't primary zone.
Absolutely, bro.
Sitting here lying.
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely.
No, they weren't,
bro. Absolutely.
Like I said, you saw guys wide open. It reminds you of a typical Josh Allen game where he just hitting guys wide open in the field today. So you trying to gauge tangible improvements. And you're gonna, you know what's crazy about that, bro?
So you didn't see no improvement from the man today, TD?
No, I saw him take advantage of opportunities, and we've seen him do this. Excuse me. You're not gonna let me answer the question. You are not going to let me answer the question.
You're talking nonsense, bro.
It's not nonsense. If you'll let me finish explaining, maybe you'll see what I'm talking about. You asked the freaking question, did I not see any improvement today? How can I gauge improvement if the circumstances get easier? Like, gosh, do y'all not understand just simple A plus? It's 1 plus 1 equals freaking 2 as Patrick Mahomes throws another pick.
Man, this level of foolishness.
You mean to tell me? Hold on. This is what kills me. This is what kills me about you, Ian. You try to ignore simple, basic facts just to try to be a homer. That's all you're doing.
Okay.
We are sitting here. What you're basically explaining to people is this. You're saying that the Miami Dolphins play the Buffalo Bills, and your quarterback puts up 100 yards. And then we play Jacksonville, and your quarterback puts up 150 yards. You saw tangible improvement. That is just ridiculous, and that's what makes it more embarrassing for you, bro. You're sitting here trying to gauge. You're sitting here trying to gauge tangible improvement when you know the level of competition was the worst in the NFL.
Well, I'll say this. Let me say this.
No, address what I just said, because that's what you're doing. You acting like guys aren't going to look better if the level of competition doesn't turn into crap. You can play the best team in the league, he can put 200 yards up. You play the worst team in the league, he put 350, and you think that was tangible improvement? Y'all need to stop these excuses. At the end of the day, he shows up small.
So Burrow, if you go back and you look at when they matched up against Cincinnati, right? Burrow's numbers were very comparable to Tua's. The only difference that I can see is that Tua threw the pick and Burrow didn't. And
who had the tougher level of defense? Common sense, bro. Common sense. Who had the tougher level of defense?
But you go back to that game, you're giving Burrow praise, right? You're like, oh, he looked phenomenal. He looked phenomenal. Oh, he was this. He was that. You know,
and I give you're a lie. I call it as I see it as but bro, you've already admitted you don't watch the live streams. Even on today's live stream, you would have thought that I was a 2-and-0. Even on today's, I know you don't. I know you don't. That's why you come in talking foolishness. You would have thought I was a 2-and-0 today the way I was on the live stream.
Y'all can't teach me nothing about. Yeah,
exactly. I'm not trying to teach you nothing. I'm not trying to teach you nothing. But you come in talking foolishness about my narrative. You come in talking foolishness about my narrative. But had you watched the live stream, you would have thought I was a 2-and-0 today. I talked about everything he did well.
I seriously got that. But anyway.
And the sad part, I know you doubt it because you always answering questions blindly. You always giving a blind opinion. That's why you doubt it. But like I said, and you know what's even sad about it? You know what's sad about you right now, EM?
What's that?
The one thing that you're not defending Tua about that I would respect more than anything was the one thing that he actually did improve today. You're not even counting it out. You're just talking. You're just out here making excuses for all the other trash.
What is it?
His leadership in the freaking huddle, getting on his players around him.
The way he was damn about that.
Yeah, I bet you can. But you know what?
Goddamn job and everything else will take care of itself.
According to you, he did. According to you, he did.
He played enough for his team to win, bro.
Obviously not. If you left stuff on the team, you could play even better to help your team win.
Every quarterback plays on the field.
Yeah, listen.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong? We just had a conversation earlier this week. You and I did about the plays that Brady.
Say it again. What you said.
We just had a conversation earlier this week about the plays, the greatest we've ever seen. He left on the field. Every quarterback leaves plays on the field. Everyone does.
Did he win the game for his team?
No, he did not.
Thank you. But he had other guys that carried him.
And nobody and no one is sitting here, bro, saying that those 3 plays that you highlighted, okay, if Tua makes those plays, they definitely, we're talking about a different outcome. Nobody's disputed that, TD. Okay. But what I'm saying is when you gather all intel and you evaluate the game from a macro perspective, Tua gave you enough of a sample size to win this game. It wasn't because of him that we lost. It was lack of discipline.
I agree.
It was lack of coaching and lack of discipline up front. Penalties, in my opinion, sure. During crucial stretch of this game, bro, we gave up we were too undisciplined. We gave up too many penalties, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, EM is right about that. I am not disputing that. Tua did enough for this team to have a chance. Let's make sure, not enough to win, but enough for this team to have a chance to win today. Brian Flores and I don't even care about the penalties because they had just as many. Brian Flores lost this game. But all I'm saying to y'all, and EM has acknowledged this because they want to make it seem like I'm just hating on Tua. All I'm saying to y'all is Tua also had an opportunity to put this game on his back today, and he didn't. That is all TD is saying to y'all. And you're great quarterbacks in the NFL, especially today.
Is he great?
The quarterback, the top 15 quarterbacks in the top 15 quarterbacks in the NFL would have won that game despite Flores.
Is Tua great yet? Is he great yet?
No,
okay,
not at all.
Well, there you go.
It doesn't matter. All I'm saying, okay, he ain't got to be that player now. What's the problem with me pointing it out? That's all I'm doing. It's telling you the reason why we didn't win the game is because of Brian Flores. But the sad part about it is our QB ain't great enough yet to take that win.
Because that's what I said.
That's all I ever said. You the one that was making more out of it.
There was plenty of opportunities last year, and again, I'm not comparing the two, but Justin Herbert, lost what? I think 6 games last year. And again, I'm not let me finish. Let me finish my point. Herbert last year, and again, I'm not comparing it to. We're talking about Tua at this stage is not good enough
Okay.
again, those 3 opportunities over the course of a game. We saw Herbert play well. He lost 6 games within a touchdown or less last year, right? So Herbert, even though he put up immense numbers last year, during stretches of games, he wasn't great. Now I'm saying he's great, okay? But last year, based off, there were stretches during games where Herbert didn't step up and seize those opportunities. Even though he would put up overall favorable numbers, but it's 3 to 5 plays over the course of a game that the great quarterbacks make in the rest of the NFL. The rest of the quarterbacks done.
I agree,
and he was in that category last year. So I'm not making excuses for Tua. Tua is just not on that level yet, where you can lean on him and you know without a shadow of a doubt, 3 out of those 5 plays over the course of the game, Tua is gonna make. He's not there yet, bro. He's not.
Okay, so we're agreeing about that, but I'm about to say something that's probably gonna make you mad. It may not make you mad. It just make you use more excuses about Josh Rosen and Tannehill and stuff. But could we talk about this all the time? If you're going to sit here and acknowledge what happened today, like you are saying that Flores in the penalties lost the game, Tua had opportunities to put the team on his back, but he didn't because he's not there yet. This is all I've been always arguing. You tell me if I'm wrong about arguing this with you all the time. Another case of being good enough not to be good enough.
I don't understand why you're bringing up a 12-year veteran. Josh Rosen, he's going on his 5th year, 4th year? Yeah, 5th year.
No. Why are you talking about 12-year veteran? What 12-year veteran?
I'm talking about Tannehill.
12-year veteran.
How long has Tannehill been in the league?
What, 10 years?
Okay, 10 years. I'll give you that. Okay. This man is, and again, I'm not making excuses. I'm just pointing out facts. Tua is on his 11th, 12th start relative to these other veteran players.
Good enough to not be good enough.
And right now, yeah, absolutely right now, yes. But a man in his 11th and 12th start?
Good enough to not be good enough.
He is right now. But okay, what's Tannehill's problem? He's been in the league 10 goddamn years. Why is he not good enough to overcome?
Because he trashed in. How about that? I'll go with you. All I'm saying, I'm glad that you finally acknowledging. I'm glad that you're finally acknowledging here live. Tua is good enough to not be good enough.
I have been saying that. What are you talking about?
You ain't been saying that. You ain't been saying that.
See, this is why I get frustrated with you. See how you manipulate? See how you misquote and manipulate? This is what gets my blood pressure sky high with you, TD. Stop it, bro. Stop it. Because you know a lot of these
made me spit out all my drink.
You know damn well a lot of these haters I have. Bro. They're gonna hear that and go run with it.
These haters you so-called have are just holding you accountable because everybody know that you've been making excuses about him being. You said that he's good enough.
You trolling now. Stop it, bro. Stop.
I'm just happy that you're alive. Being honest right now. Bro, he's good enough to not be good enough. At least you're still covering yourself by saying right now. Right now.
Anybody that listens to Ian Dawson fan know that's some BS TD is spewing right now.
2 throws from Josh Rosen and you dawn him the king, right?
Yeah, that's definitely Tony 2 throws talking right now.
Tony 2 throws.
That is definitely Tony 2 throws. And
all you're doing is admitting my points, but then trying to put a qualifier on the end of it to not make it look bad.
What I'm saying. No, this is what I'm saying. And this is the argument we had the other day, TD, is that y'all are saying the only issue I've ever had with anybody is critical to it, because I've been critical to it, extremely critical to it. But y'all, the difference, this is where we part ways. Y'all sit up here and say that the man has shown y'all nothing.
No, we didn't say nothing. We said absolutely. We said absolutely nothing. Make sure you clear that up.
Okay. Y'all said y'all have said that, consistently said that this man has shown you nothing,
and you said he's showing you enough already to know that he
didn't show you anything today, bro.
God, see him, you driving my nuts.
I just asked you a question.
No, we all no, he didn't, bro. Because we all knew.
I'm gonna let you have it, TD. You know what?
We all knew. Listen. Who said that he wouldn't have a good game today? Everybody and their mama knew what he was going to be able to do today. Matter of fact, forget what he was going to do. Everybody knew he should have done.
So the
You out
man
here
did.
tripping.
So the man did what he was supposed to do, right?
No. You were supposed to not throw that interception and have an easy touchdown. You were supposed to not overthrow your guy in the flat on the critical third down. You were supposed to not throw a 50-50 ball in double coverage and hit Isaiah Ford instead.
You just said the man played well enough to give his team a chance. That's all you can ask from any quarterback. That's all you can ask from any quarterback.
That's almost every quarterback in the NFL.
And that's what I'm saying. So again, I understand we want him to take another step in his development to where he can assume more of the responsibility in terms of influencing the outcome of the game. I want that too. But the man is, I'm just being real, TD. The man is in his twin star. So for you to sit here, he don't even have 16 games yet, TD.
Why should I care, bro? You either it or you're not. And until he's it, I don't care. You gotta be it. Until you are it, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Until you are it, it doesn't matter. Because as soon as he becomes it, I will rave unconditionally about it.
Well, can you give him the opportunity, TD? Can you let the man develop, bro?
No. What do you mean give him the opportunity? I'm not stopping him from playing. He got an opportunity to develop. I'm just calling it week by week for what it is.
Exactly my point. That's the approach that I take. I told y'all this early in the week.
Give me one second.
Take it on it. Okay. He running. See that, y'all? Y'all see everybody in chat? He running. He's scared. Tony Two Throws is scared. Look at it. He don't even want to get back on the street. Killing this dude. Oh, my God. Shout out to everybody in the comments for showing up to support the homie TD. Let me see. Y'all have any questions in the comments?
My bad, bro. Okay, you still making excuses. Continue.
I see that. One of my biggest supporters, that idiot Andres Negron, just showed up. His timing is impeccable. It always is. But anyway, it's what it. Listen. I want that too for Tua, but he's just not there right now, bro. And again, if we're talking about a player that's in his fifth year, I'll even give you this. If he's in his his third year, I will give you that. But the man is in his 12th start overall in the NFL, bro. That's huge, TD.
Okay. All right. 12 start. Okay.
So I just don't understand. I mean, if you
what don't you understand? At the end of the day, he could be in his first start. Hold on.
Because y'all want the finish, and I want it too. Y'all are consumed with the finished product. Y'all want it now. Y'all are thinking that he should be, because he was picked before Herbert, he should be on his level or closer to it. I get it. I understand that. I would love to have that. But at the end of the day, that's just not reality right now. He's just not there yet. But he's showing you enough. He's showing you enough to warrant the further investment in him, bro. Now, is he giving you enough to where you're going to ignore the trade rumors about Deshaun Watson? Oh, absolutely not. Let me be clear. Let me be clear on that. But if you take the Watson narrative out of the equation, Tua is giving you solid quarterback play. That's just
I haven't. First of all, I haven't mentioned Watson. That's first off.
Well, I'm the first to admit it.
Second off, all I'm saying, bro, is for us to look at today as a level of improvement. I told you this personally. There ain't nothing he could do that'll make me feel like he showed improvement because he's playing the Jags. Okay. We're going to win games. We're going to win this game, EM. Boy, was I wrong. And the saddest part about it all is that even though Brian Flores got out-coached by Urban Myers, the kid had it on a silver platter, an opportunity to say, screw Brian Flores, I'm going to take this win anyway. He had the opportunity to do that, and he didn't.
He did. Well,
and it happens, but all I'm doing is pointing it out that he had an opportunity on a silver platter.
No one is disputing that, bro. There was plenty of opportunity. There was, again, like I said, you said 3, I said 2. Opportunity.
Well, hold on. First off, is that third down where we were around the 40-yard line where Tua was running, and honestly he could have got the first down running the ball, but he threw it over the guy by 8 feet.
I don't know what he was thinking there. I really don't. And again, I checked.
That's one because you're not.
I was texting y'all. You in reason when that happened. To bro, Tua's got to do better than that. That was just ridiculous.
You said you only got 2. I got 3. That's one of them.
I forgot about that one. I forgot about that.
Okay, there your 3 right there.
Okay,
and honestly, throughout the game, it's a clean game. I actually liked how he stayed in the pocket. Despite even whenever it was shrinking on him, he delivered some throws to Waddle, regardless of, which was very healthy and good. I like that.
Which is improvement. Tangible improvement.
Yeah.
Tangible improvement, right?
Yeah.
That's not improvement, TD. When have you seen Tua consistently do that since he's been in Miami?
Well, that's the problem. We're talking about 1 or 2 plays, and you're already giving the consistent tag. Okay, that's your issue. But now you're deeming it consistent.
No. What I'm saying is, I mean, bro. Again, when have you seen Tua? I mean, really, I'm struggling to find even over the course of a game. I'm trying to struggle when he showed that level of patience and kept his eyes down the field, as opposed to getting rattled and he focused on the chaos around him. That is tangible improvement. What are you talking about? I get it's the Jaguars, but you got to consider the scenario. He had nothing but chaos. He had interior pressure. He had pressure coming from the left, coming from the right. The pocket collapsed, and the man was unfazed.
Stop. The pocket didn't collapse because they still didn't get a hand on him. It just looked like it was shrinking. Stop.
They got a hand on him. No. It touched it. No. Bro, stop. They had a hand on him, but he was completely unfazed and kept his eyes downfield.
You used the word chaos, bro.
Did he not have pressure around him, TD? Was that a clean pocket? Was that a clean pocket?
Yes, it was shrinking though.
That was not a clean pocket. What are you talking about?
Oh my gosh, bro. Yeah, I think we're talking about the same play where he hit Waddle for the first down, right?
Yeah, absolutely. When he couldn't even step into the throw, that was all arm, that was all upper body and release. He couldn't even step into the throw. The pocket was if he would have held on to that football a tenth of a second longer, bro, it would have been a sack.
I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to nitpick, but bro, I'm saying 3 plays because they were major plays, major opportunities. But let's just be honest, bro. There was at least 6 plays in this game.
Well, I have to go back and look at the tape.
Miles Gaskins in the 3rd and goal. What you think about that throw?
Which one are you talking about?
Miles Gaskins that ran out of the backfield, looked like he was going to the flat, but he cut across to the middle. Right there at the 1 yard line. You don't remember that?
At the 1 yard line?
No, we were at the 6 yard line, but he threw it to Gaskins at around the 1, but he sailed it. You don't remember that play?
I don't remember that one. I'm serious. I don't.
Come on, bro. You watch the game. You remember every play.
I'm telling you. My mind is not right now. TD, mind is spinning off this loss, bro. I'm just being honest. That's why I'm gonna go back and watch it minimum 2 times over the course of tonight. I'm gonna go watch the game. So
maybe I should talk to you after you watch the game.
No. You know, it's what it is.
No, because I want you to see what I'm talking about. Like, these are huge plays. These are potential touchdowns.
Said, bro, if what you're saying is accurate, TD, sure. Okay, nobody's disputing that. Tua needs to be more cleaner in terms of making the plays when they present themselves. He needs to be more consistent over the course of a game. That's a fact. But again, I want to reiterate. This is where we part ways.
Okay.
Y'all are ready to abandon him and y'all say that Tua has shown you nothing since he's first started in the NFL, which is ridiculous, bro. It's absolutely ridiculous for y'all to say that.
When I say he hasn't shown me nothing, we all know the general things in the NFL. Okay, taking what they give you. Okay, that's all fine. When I say show me nothing, take what they don't give you. Take it.
Well, TD, but that comes every quarterback. Name me a quarterback. Well, with the exception of Justin Herbert. Okay, Herbert is just a blip in the matrix. That's what he is. But generally, guess what? Generally, quarterbacks, when they come to the league, they have to develop that skill set.
I get it. But all you look for is like that 1 or 2 plays in the game where you take what they don't give you. Let me give you an example. I'm not talking.
TD, I'm not disputing you.
I'm not talking about. But you use Herbert. Let's use Trevor Lawrence in the same game. I'm not talking about the second time Noah got mossed. He just got mossed. But that first touchdown, Noah couldn't have played that any better. And it was tight coverage.
That was a phenomenal throw. You can't place the ball any better than that.
That's taking what they don't give you.
I hear you, but Tua has made tight window throws before.
Yeah, okay.
Come
All right.
on, just be
You
real,
know,
TD.
you know what I'm saying here.
Take emotion. Please take your emotions out of the evaluation, please. That's all I ask.
Bro, Tua has yet to do that. Okay, he can do his tight window throw on a slant, tight window throw maybe up the seam, but not a 25-yarder in the end zone.
No,
with a perfect throw to right where your corner
Tua,
reaches and can't
first
get
off, Tua don't have that kind. Tua don't have that kind of arm. That's a fact.
We keep on talking about what he don't have every time we discuss him. Well, he ain't got that. He ain't got that. He not there yet. He ain't this. He ain't that. Like, that's what we keep doing, though. Every time you bring up somebody that does do those moments, take what the defense doesn't give you. Well, you know, Tua ain't got that type of arm. That's the point that I'm making. There's a lot of things that could be done on the field, but due to his limitations from a skill standpoint, it doesn't matter because he can never do it.
Oh, there are throws Dan Marino can make that Joe Montana could not make.
I get that.
There are throws.
But that limits Joe Montana in certain situations that it don't limit Dan Marino.
So sure, you would rather have a player with just immense talent. I get it. Herbert, okay, when you're comparing physicality, is no comparison. But what I'm saying is, Tua, okay, in terms of his impact on the game, he's going to have to do it in a different format. In a slightly different format.
This is what I'm hearing from you. This is what I'm hearing from you. And I'm not arguing with you. I'm actually just trying to paraphrase what I think you're saying. And it doesn't mean I'm right. You can clarify. So I don't want you to think I'm arguing with you, but this is what I'm hearing. You tell me if I'm wrong. Tua is a guy that if the play is there to be made, he can make the throw to that guy. But if the play is not there and it would take a specific skillful throw, he's not that guy.
So some throws he's just not going to be willing to make. I mean, it's some
willing or able.
There's a
difference there. I need to know that.
Well, willing and able. Drew Brees was that same guy. Brees was the same guy. Peyton Manning was the same guy. Tom Brady, to some degree, until recently, Tom Brady wasn't known to have a big arm. I don't know what he's done over the year. Tua needs to, in the offseason, he needs to train with Tom Brady to build up his arm strength because Brady had to work at that. Brady didn't come into the league with that kind of arm. So Tua's going to have to work with that. He's going to have, I think, for him, again, for his game, a lot of other issues that he has, but for his game to go to another level, he's going to have to develop, he's going to have to be able to consistently generate more velocity on the football. That'll just help his overall game. But, Tua's that guy right now. He don't have the biggest arm, bro. I don't think he could have, especially on a run, because I think that particular throw, that touchdown on the Igbenogany, wasn't Trevor Lawrence on a run too when he threw that? Or was he stationary?
He was on the run. He was running towards the right.
He was on a run. No,
not that one. The blitz was coming and he threw it from the pocket. There's other throws he made in the game on the run. I know what you're talking about. He made some really good throws on the run, but that one was straight up in the pocket.
That showed you, see, a number one overall pick. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. Now, you saw the up and down, the inconsistency from Lawrence, but that's due to his rookie status. There's a learning curve. But when you see flat, I was texting you and Reason. I said, damn, Lawrence is making big boy throws. And that's what you want to see from a number one overall pick, generally. But again, I don't think, Tua's not that type of imposing athlete. He never will be. And I get it. And that's why I always say it. I've told you this privately as well as other people. You see why the intrigue is so high with a player like Deshaun Watson, because Deshaun Watson makes that throw. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think it's important for people to understand right now, and I think you would agree with this, EM. First of all, we all know Tua did not lose us that game. He actually gave us a really good game. I'm going to stick with good. He gave us a good game. There was opportunity.
You see these idiots in the comments, bro. It's ridiculous. Anyway, go ahead. Go ahead.
Tua is not the reason we lost that game. I think it's straight up Brian Flores has to own this one 102%. But it was a game that he had an opportunity. But this is what people need to understand. For those who are saying, go get Deshaun Watson, right? What y'all need to understand is not a knock on Tua in his development because he can become greater and greater. But a game like this, Watson doesn't lose, hands down.
I agree. I would agree.
I say that with 100% confidence. A game like this, it's impossible for him to lose.
I would agree.
And that's the difference. And if Tua is going to actually be even better one day, once again, a game like this, we would have to wait on Tua to actually reach that level. And again, waiting on something doesn't mean it'll happen. A lot of people have faith that it will. Some people have faith that it won't. But Watson is a guarantee in this type of situation. Here we find ourselves 1-5, and we just want to win from the Miami Dolphins. And I will admit, y'all know it's better than anybody else. I was a Tua near all day today on that stream. Y'all know that.
I'm going to have to go back and watch that.
He threw that interception. Did I say a word? Did I say a word on my stream? It was hard for me. It was hard for me not to, but I was silent the whole time, and I just start calling the name from Trevor. And what did I say after Trevor started to play? I said, everybody throws picks. I expected him to have one in this game. It is what it is.
I am going to have to go back and check that tape.
Yeah, but you're not. You're not, and you're going to keep this narrative.
I'm going to have to go back and check that tape.
Have I complained about the interception? I more so complained about the open guy, honestly, for the touchdown.
See, one thing I'm noticing with Tua is like that throw, the interception. It's like he couldn't get enough on the throw.
Mm-hmm.
And
I can explain it to you.
Hang on. And his follow through was complete. And see, I text Reason this, and again, I noticed at times his arm, I don't know if that's a technique issue or what, but it seems like Tua over the stretches of a game, his arm comes and it goes. And that shouldn't be that should be happening to a 38, 40-year-old player. That shouldn't be happening to a 23-year-old, kid.
I don't
know if it's a technique thing or what, but it's just like hang on. And then on stretches of the game, you saw where he's just whistling the ball in there, bro. You can hear the wind. You can hear the ball cutting through the wind.
Let me explain this to you, EM. And you can disagree all you want.
Go ahead.
It's not. It's all decision making. Let me explain it to you. And this is what we've always argued from day one. And this is where you need to stop ignoring this fact. He already knows what he wants to do in the circumstance. That is a textbook throw. That is a textbook throw by Tua Tagovailoa. But the way the defense showed man and switched into zone on that play did not require a textbook throw. It required a little bit more of putting air a little bit more up under it, and that guy might have been up the sideline for a touchdown. But he's throwing textbook throws, which means he already know where he wanted to go and what he wanted to do. And the defense would dictate, okay, I actually need to adjust this. But no, he's like, okay, the guy's there, let me go. In man-to-man, you throw it that way. Because he would have been able to come back on am I wrong? On a man-to-man, the throw would have been fine, right? It would have gave his guy a chance to back shoulder it or come back and make the catch.
Yeah, but I think they were in cover 2 in that scenario.
But it was his own. It was his own. The guy stayed underneath with the guy coming underneath, and he didn't.
I don't know.
The pass would have been complete had the defender not been where he was.
Maybe, but it looked like the ball just died on him. It's like it hit something in the air and just boom, plateaued. And the guy, intercepted.
I don't think it died. It would have been a complete pass. And the only issue is it would not have been complete on the run. It would have been the guy had to turn around and get it versus a lead. That was a lead pass all day. Am I wrong?
Yeah.
That should have been a lead pass. You got to throw that out there.
But that's what I'm saying, TD. It's like he didn't have enough under it. You had to get up under that throw. It's like he threw it. It's like he threw it, it's like it appeared. Now I'm gonna go back and watch the tape, but he needed arc underneath the throw, and it's like he didn't have enough arms. He didn't have enough of his base to get up under the throw, to put enough arc on it to go over the defender and drop it into his receiver's hands. Well, but like I'm saying, that is just one of many. That's just one of many. And I'm even going back to last year, but I've noticed that since Tua has been. Okay, Miami Dolphin.
I'll give you an excuse on this one. Not an excuse, but I'll give him an excuse. No. Hear me out, because there is a little bit of validity in what you're saying. This is what may give what you're saying credibility. Hear me out on this. Hold on. Herbert breaking loose, runs for the first down. All right, hear me out on this. Maybe you're right. Maybe something's wrong. It could be the ribs. It could be the hips still doing what it does, because let me tell you, there was a specific play that was complete. It was complete. This is Gesicki coming across the middle up the right side.
Mm-hmm.
When I saw that pass, it was like a 20-yarder. You remember the one that he threw
Yeah.
for 20, but it went for 24?
Yeah.
There was this weird laziness of the ball on that pass that looked like, something wrong there. Something wrong with the arm. You saw where, because we're talking about a wide open guy, mind you. This ain't a case where, and when Gesicki caught it, the way that it was like, that was a completed empty freaking pass. Something physically wasn't working for him on that throw. It seemed real weird to me. And I was like, first down, it is what it is. Let's go. But I always, when that happened, I thought in the back of my head, something is lazy with his throw on that. Something ain't right. Something ain't right on that. And I'll never forget, I remember saying that to myself on that play. It was weird to me. Something don't look right, and it could be something else. It's almost like nothing past 30 yards, it could be reliable for him. Nothing past 30 will be. Look at the deep ball. I made an excuse on my stream and said, remember that deep ball that he went deep? He threw that like 5 yards outside to the left. Do you remember that? Something, and I said maybe that. I think that was a throwaway. I think it was actually a throwaway, even though it was one-on-one, right? Something past 25 yards looked like something's wrong, bro. And that's me speculating, but I'm not seeing anything past that mark look like it's right.
Yeah, and see, like I said, I've noticed that since he's been a Dolphin, bro. To be honest with you, it's like and I listened to Omar Kelly. Omar Kelly said he's been noticing that since his initial training camp last year. It's like his arm comes and goes, bro. And I initially thought because you saw some of that based off of that Alabama tape, but I always attribute it to Tua being able to change speeds, because he can, he can change a lot. It's like you have a Major League Baseball pitcher. They got a fastball, right? But they also have ability to change up. They already also have the ability to throw a slider, et cetera, et cetera. I always attributed that. I just felt like, well, that's why you don't see Tua the consistent velocity, because Tua has that ability. But I have to retract that statement, and I don't know.
Something's up that we don't know.
I don't know if it's something wrong physically or what, bro. I don't know. But his arm, again, his ability to consistently generate, because you'll see him make a throw.
It's like power. Something wrong with the power.
Right, like that Waddle throw when the play we just talked about where the pocket was collapsing around him.
Hold on 1 second, bro. Herbert just got picked off, and then Lamar Jackson got picked off on the very next play. But this is my point exactly. Herbert playing a whole different level of competition, bro. And it ain't looking great. But we'll see. Lamar just threw a pick too. And that was a bad pick. He threw it right to the defender. I don't even know where he was trying to go. You watching this game, by the way?
Yeah, I'm flicking back and forth.
You see how bad of a pick that was for Lamar?
Yeah. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know what it is, but
that's a bigger issue. If there is something there in that regards, and most of the time you really see it as the game wanes on.
But you'll see him make a throw where the follow through is complete, the release is complete, the timing is perfect, and it's like you can hear the ball cut in the wind based off when you're watching it in your own room, in your own living room. You're like, damn, that was, because I text Reason. I said,
yeah, I see those.
I said, damn, Tua's arm looked live.
But are they past 15 yards? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like a barometer. If I'm gonna throw a 15-yard pass, I could put fire on it. If it's 25, that's less fire because I ain't got as much in my cannon. And I don't know, bro, but man, wow, Herbert just threw a strike to the 1 yard line, so it's 1st and goal. But I don't know, man. My thing is this. I think we're saying the same thing. I just think you feel like I'm going over the top on Tua. I know Flores loses this game. I know that Tua had an opportunity to take it This team is just a mess all around. And there is no one, I will automatically tell y'all, there is no one fix to this team right now. But we're either going to continue to go down this path because we just lost a game that we not only had to, but no question should have won. This season has actually turned into a disaster. And only way to even think you might have a chance, in which you still may not, is to make drastic changes.
Well, changes as far as what?
I don't know. Because here's the problem. We could say you need, I mean, the O-line didn't play bad to me as the Chargers score a touchdown. Herbert throws one in. The receivers played out of their mind, in my opinion. You didn't see any drops. You didn't see bad routes, even though they were easy because it was zone. The running game suffered, but it didn't matter because we threw the ball 80% of the time anyway. And offensively is what really needs to be fixed. But what are you wanting better on the offense? You can't say it's necessarily the play calling, because the play calling found wide open guys all day. Even though the decision making at the end of the game by the coaches got straight out coached, I was screaming at my on the screen the whole time on both of those challenges. Don't challenge it. It's not going to get overturned. Even if it did happen, it will not be overturned. And they missed the extra point. Wow. So for me, bro, that's my issue. Come on. You ain't got your starting receivers, but would it have mattered? I would even go out on the limb to say the receivers out there today probably played better than the starters would have, because we would have taken a lot more shot. Let me tell you why I say that. Had Devontae Parker played, we would have took more 50-50 balls that were covered, just like Waddle was. Remember that?
Yeah.
We would have probably stalled even more, because a lot of those plays in double coverage might have been worse. It would have been bad decisions just going off of the playmakers you got. Today he couldn't go off of the playmakers. He just had to find the open guy. He had to actually play with what the defense was giving him, and he took it. The pass rush wasn't really there on him, which was a good thing with the O-line. Do we give the O-line credit, or do we say the pass rush is just trash? I don't know. You tell me. Do they have a good pass rush? Because they didn't play well today.
Outside of Josh Allen, I mean, good luck trying to find any consistent guy on that D-line. But yeah, but still, you can only play the guys that are in front of you. Play the players, that are lined up against you. But the line was pretty solid for the most part of the day. But Austin Jackson, I thought, was he's still giving up too many pressures. Way too much pressure on the interior. But I don't know, man.
All I know is certain people would have won this game today for us.
Oh, absolutely.
It could be a certain coach. It could be a certain quarterback. But them the only two positions that could have changed the trajectory of this game today.
I mean, I think hands down, if Watson was a quarterback, we win today. We beat the Raiders, and we beat the Colts. I believe. I think we beat the Colts. So
Insanity said Tua played exceptionally well today. I agree.
So I don't know, man. I don't know where to go. I really don't know where they go from here, bro. I mean, I don't think they're, it's 1-15 in terms of like the trade for Deshaun Watson. I mean, if you're Deshaun Watson, you're sitting here looking at the 1-5 team. Do you really want to come here right now?
Yeah, he does. You know why? Because don't look at it as the 1-5 team. If Watson saw this game today, do you think Watson says, "Yeah, I would have won that for him"?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's good.
So that's why it's still encouraging. People like Watson wouldn't want to come to this team, but as long as we lose in a form where he feels like, yeah, I would have made the difference today. And their quarterback put up tons of yards, and Watson would have had 400 plus yards today.
Yeah. But the real question that we should be asking is Stephen Ross still going to allow them to do that, to make that trade? Considering all the other obvious coaching issues.
I'll say this, because this was the easiest competition that we're going to play all year outside.
Hey, Sandy, how you doing, Mama?
outside of maybe the Jets, this is the easiest competition we're going to play all year. If Stephen Ross doesn't make a major change, I'm sorry to tell y'all, but there's a great chance, and it hurts me to say this, Flores getting fired at the end of the season. There's a good chance that could happen, bro.
So, oh man, that's
because here's the ultimate. You can only say it's your quarterback, but so long, because today Tua could have took the game, but today he didn't have to. And Flores messed up at the end, especially the late game execution. He messed that up, bro. That was on him. Tua could have took the game, but if your quarterback doesn't need to, why aren't your coaches doing it? Because what do you think is going to happen when Watson has a shootout with a great team and he's playing out his mind, but the other team playing out their mind? At some point, the coaches got to still be able to make great decisions to help.
I agree.
So it doesn't matter.
And the situational play calling, bro, they will go get a 25-yard chunk play. And immediately the next play, you throw on bubble screens behind the line of scrimmage for a loss, bro.
You remember that penalty? First and 20. What were we doing? First play, Tua throws a 2-yard out route.
Oh, man.
And I'm sitting there like they still in the zone and you're not going ahead and attacking the middle again.
I know, right?
And don't get me wrong. We can say it's the play calling, but I got to go watch the film. There's 4 receivers on the play. I got to go see if that's a Tua thing or if that's the play call. Because the camera went automatically to the flat when he threw it, but there's 4 receivers. It's hard for me to believe nobody was nobody was open. We'll see. Because he caught back and he threw that right away. It wasn't a case of surveying the defense. He just thought that he'd have it because they were trying to get Waddle involved, and he throws the 2-yard out of bounds. So I don't know. I got to go see the film on some of these things, but that was critical. So we could say the penalty was tripping on us, but at the same token, 1st and 20, what are we going to do? And I got to go watch the film to see if it was the play calling or if it was just the decision on the play.
And see, even the final play that led to that field goal, look at how soft they were playing, bro. See, situational awareness. Flores should have played at least closer to the sticks, because if they would have done that, Trevor Lawrence would have had to have held on to the football longer. So it don't matter what it wouldn't have mattered if that were the case and he held on to the ball. It wouldn't matter what type of throw he made because the clock would have expired.
So the always fact that they were
playing, because the fact that they were playing so deep, bro, allowed them to make that completion, get down and call a timeout with 1 second left, bro.
And that's what people need to understand. This whole game, they were playing deep.
They were so terrified. And again, you can't blame them because, I'm labeling, bro, Noah Igbenogany, man. Oh, my God, man. I really don't know what to say. Well, I know what to say. He is a bust. He's declared a bust, bro. I'm to the point now where I don't even want to. I get the kid is young and it's his 2nd year.
Don't do that, Ian. Don't do that.
I am to the point where
he's played less games than Tua. Don't do that.
I want to sit here and just, oh my God, bro.
But don't do that because you're killing your narrative by doing that. Even though it is bad play, but I could do it.
No,
I could do it.
But he showed you nothing. He's showing you nothing. He's been a healthy scratch for the majority of his career. And then when he gets opportunities, he gets rotisserized, bro. He cannot get his behind off that rotisserie grill. He on the first shelf.
He was horrible today,
They got his feet and arms bound with an apple in his mouth, rotating him, bro. He can't get off that first shelf, dude.
He was bad, but he wasn't horrible because at least he was around the ball every time.
But no awareness, no awareness at all. He can't get his head around to save his life, bro.
True.
He ain't even looking for the ball. And I don't get you playing behind. Some of what Xavier Howard and Byron Jones have to rub on you. I hear Nick Needham talk about that all the time, how much he's learned from them. Man, what's going on with Noah?
Needham, I can't wait to see his grade.
They're not, they're not. Oh, man, I just don't. Man, it's just not. The elevator is not going all the way to the top or high enough to the top. You know, it's just like, bro, he's a disaster. And that's why they can't trust him out there. That's why he's a healthy scratch. You know, because there was plays to be made on him. Lawrence just opted to go to places, but you know, there was more plays to be made on Noah over the course of this game. So, man, he's been a disaster, bro. And again, that's a Flores pick. Flores gonna have to take that one, bro.
Lamar Jackson throws a raggedy ball deep, incomplete, 3rd and 19 coming up. Yeah, man. They better do something here because they giving this. Well, the time about to run out, so it's all good. The safety wasn't looking. That would have been a pick if he was looking. He wasn't even paying attention. But man, listen, man. At the end of the day, this team is bad. And we got talent. And we can't put it together. And the reality is, who's responsible for that type of situation? The coach.
Brian Flores.
This is 1,000% on Brian Flores, ladies and gentlemen. This is not good for him right now. It is not looking good. I am Joe Schmo. You can say I don't know nothing about football. Both of those challenges should have never been challenged, and I'm yelling at the TV screen saying it. And for the life of me, that 4th down never should have been went for. You should have never. I could see if you were down, but you don't go for that 4th down given the circumstance.
But you know what, TD? You know, I'm off a little pushback. I don't necessarily have a problem with the decision. It's the play call. You've been having trouble in running the football, getting any push up front all game long.
True.
And in that scenario, 4th and why not roll Tua out on a waggle? Play action bootleg, get him out on the perimeter where he has an option either to make a play with his legs or make a throw. That was the perfect scenario. Look at how there was so much congestion around the line of scrimmage. It was begging for it. That scenario was begging for a play action boot. Begging,
and I have to offer you some pushback on that. The 2 plays before that, that's exactly what they did.
But still,
remember, Tua had an opportunity to run on one of the plays before that, and he chose to dump it down for the 2 yards, if I'm not mistaken. And I'm not saying that he made a bad decision, but they were playing it tight at that point because they had to make a stop. The only way that you would have stuck it to him on that drive is actually taking a shot down the field, but that ain't what we were trying to do.
No, I think considering that scenario, considering that crucial point in the game, no, they were playing the run, bro. I think that you got to favor the odds of them.
They were playing the run, but they were playing
for the run.
They were also playing one-on-one on the outside for short gain, though. They was up in your face, like, hey, you beat us. But that's what I'm saying. Some teams on that will go ahead and take a shot.
Yeah. I mean,
screw it. Well, hey, didn't Tua do it on 4th and 2? 4th and 1? He took a shot, 20 yards, bam. You see what I'm saying? Didn't they do it with Jacoby Brissett when they brought him in the game? 3rd and 2, took a shot. That's what I mean by that. They're gonna play you up in that situation.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you were in that scenario, that considering that crucial point in the game where you want to either. I would rather the percentages favor you either tucking it or getting a short completion as opposed to going deep, bro. I don't know if I want to do that in that scenario.
But don't remember, I want you to really think about the flow of that game. Remember that 4th down where they were they didn't go for it. They were trying to get them off sides. And you remember Waddle was in motion. They were seeing if they could have got the linebacker to slow down, but then the defensive end stepped out and said, I'm not going to let you get this easy one. I'd rather not even go to the quarterback and make sure you don't get this easy flat. Do you remember that? Did you see that defensive end step out a little bit? It didn't matter. That's what the Miami Dolphins are. If you threw that ball in a short game situation, you almost know what's going to happen. They're trying to hit Waddle on a quick flex out or something like that. And they were prepared for that on the drive before that. So I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't have tried to do that again because honestly, you also allow the clock to stop.
Well, or just spread, bro. Just go spread them out.
I don't know if they're going to do that though.
Go spread. I mean, bro, you've been struggling to run the football. I think they average like barely 2 yards per carry all game long.
Mm-hmm.
And no, and that's no. You know, I just think the play calling in that scenario was the bigger issue, not the decision to go for it.
Hmm.
But it's terrible, man. I never envisioned you couldn't have told if you'd have told me this back in August that we would be sitting here 1-5 and we would have all of these leaks from a personnel standpoint, from a coaching standpoint, I kind of figured there'd be multiple distractions, but we would be sitting here 1-5, bro. I would have told you are out of your doing mind. I would have. But
Absolutely.
This one is this one hurt, bro.
And don't let the Jets win. They on the bye. Thank God. But still, we still gonna be.
And then here's the glaring thing: we won time of possession, we won overall yardage. We got 2 turnovers to their none, to no turnovers. Oh man, how do you lose this game? That's what I'm telling you.
It's on Brian. It's on Brian.
How do you lose this game?
But tell me what playmaker do we have to put this team on their shoulders? Christian Wilkins showed up. That was huge. How he played and what he was doing. Saw a little bit of Raekwon Davis.
Agba showed up too.
Agba showed up, providing pressures and everything. See, this is the issue that I have about it all, though, Ian. Whenever I do talk about the quarterback, the guys we said showed up. What's their job? To come after who? Who gave what quarterback the harder day? Did their D-line give Tua a harder day than our D-line gave Trevor?
Yeah. I would agree.
That's all I'm saying. They gave Trevor a much harder day, but he's still, other than that fumble, he still didn't make the mistakes with the throws.
But this goes back to, again, the level of intrigue, why our front office has that level of intrigue with a player like Watson. If you look at Lawrence, I think Tua had a much more solid day. But if you look at Lawrence's ability to extend, right, to extend plays and make plays off script, that was the difference in the game.
Yeah,
between the two.
Him and Trevor. You seen Trevor had unevaded people coming to him, and he had some spin moves and got out of there.
Right, and again, looking to make plays with his arm is still live. With Tua, the difference with Tua either going to run it or he's going to, Tua's just, in terms of his physical ability, he can't make those plays down the field off script like Watson, like Lawrence, like Herbert. And I get it. I understand. I knew that going in, but
Tua had 3 situations today where he escaped the pocket and needed to make a play with his arm. He made a few with his legs. But when it comes to making a play with your arm after escaping the pocket, let me tell you the 3. 2 of them were throwaways, which I wasn't mad about. Don't take a hit and don't force nothing. 2 of them was throwaways, and 1 was that sail over the top by 8 feet off. But Trevor, remember that one to the right where he came back to that receiver inside? Trevor had like 4 or 5 of them today, and he executed like 4 of them.
And he's been making them type of plays all year. That's one thing he has been doing. And again, flashing those elite physical traits, But that was, to me, the difference in the game. And I think Tua had a much more solid day.
He did.
But sometimes, bro, you got to have
just one of those plays, though. Is just one of them.
I agree.
So I know what you're saying. Sometimes you got to have just that enough for that one more out of them 3 or 4 misses. Just one of them.
Exactly.
One of them and your team might be in a different situation.
Exactly.
That way we could have complained about winning by just a little versus the Jets.
I would agree. And see, what did I say? What did I say beginning of the season? What the next step I wanted to take from Tua? It was his ability to go off script. I've been saying that
plays and you did say that.
Play. I've been saying that since day one. That's when Tua's game will go to another level. But I was happy at first when he was using his leg. Me too.
I was like, man, okay, now this I've never really seen. Like, this is what I'm talking about. This is Arizona-like. Because in Arizona, if you think about the Arizona game, once again, he took everything they gave him in the Arizona game, right? But did he have those big misses?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? He didn't have those plays that he left on the field like that, especially if every single one of them they're giving you. They're giving you all of those plays, those little misses, the 3 or 4, or whatever, however you want to look at it. Those are give-me's. Like, you're shocked to see what they allowed. And you're gonna get them at a high clip, but you got to get as many as possible. And sometimes the games come down to, dang, Patrick Mahomes intercepted again by Bobby McCain.
Oh,
Bobby Free. The cliche, ain't it? Kansas City is down 13-10, and they're about to go to halftime, but they lead. That is crazy.
This is a big question for me. If they do opt to move on from Brian Flores, does Ross keep Tua? Because, I mean, it's rumored that he's the one that's fueling this Watson narrative.
But here's the deal. Tua? Here's the deal. This is the one guaranteed game where you point at Brian Flores, right? Guaranteed wise. You know, he had his shortcomings all season. But this is your definitely guaranteed. It is clear as day. You are tripping, and you are tripping. Okay? If Tua...
Damn, hang on real quick. Man, you see that tweet somebody posted on Emmanuel August's timeline, bro? I'm sorry, on his IG?
What happened?
Wait, let me make sure here. This is ridiculous.
I think they do to keep Tua if Flores get fired.
You think so?
Yeah, if they fire Flores, they'll keep Tua. Because that's basically a statement kind of saying, you know what? I'm going to bet that it's you and not Tua.
This is just absolutely disgusting, bro. Somebody posted that, bro.
What?
I'm not going to repeat that with this idiot. Hang on, let me look.
Just send it to me.
This is ridiculous, man. 2021, bro.
Just a simple it was just a regular Joe Schmo.
Yeah.
Oh,
I hope. I don't think nobody.
The reason why people are probably going to be mad even 2 years is because the narrative of Tua just wins games. That's what really took a hit today. Especially when you look at the point that he could have actually carried this team. You know what? Had he had one of those plays and won this game, that narrative would have actually been factual. Like, yeah, you got to actually give it to him. Everybody been saying this and people been arguing it. He actually does win games, because this would have been the prime example, but he didn't go win it. He didn't take it. Flores lost it, but Tua didn't take it. Did you send it to me?
I'm looking. Hang on. I'm trying to...
Jesus. I got like 48 text messages from everybody. If y'all text me, I'm sorry. Y'all just gonna have to wait to probably 2 a.m. when I settle down to respond, because I got too many text messages. I can't. So don't think I'm ignoring you or whatever. I can't hit all these. I can't. And I'm trying to wait because I want to do my real reaction to this, because I'm sorry. Whenever I do, and I might wait till tomorrow to actually give my true reaction, because Brian Flores got to have it, and it's going to be mean, and I'm sorry in advance. It is what it is. He just has to have it. I am what you call Joe Schmo at home, and I can see certain things that you just do and you don't do. And he went against almost every single one of those today. He got to get it. He has to get it.
I just sent it to you. This is utterly ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous.
I see it. Oh, people like that, man. You just ignore, bro. You ignore people like that. Yeah, it is what it is. That's pretty typical.
Mm.
You ignore people like that.
But yeah, man, I don't have much to say, man. It's gonna take a while for me for me to get over this one. I know I said that last week. I know I said it the week before, but damn, I mean, I'm just looking over the numbers, bro, and I'm just like, how did we lose this game? You
And let
know,
me
I
tell you
mean,
something. I know that everybody's gonna.
how?
I want you to think about this, EM. This is why I be kicking back on people. Um, People say things like our OC, right? Here's what's tough to me because we want to say OC because we only care about certain moments,
Hmm.
but we don't talk about the execution in those moments.
Hmm.
We dial up a 1 yard run play. I put that on the OC, given the fact that it's been hard for us to run the ball all game. That one I put on the OC. But it's hard for me to put too much more on the OC without watching the film because there was a lot that he called great today, right?
Hmm.
Wasn't there tons of great play calling? Wide open
But
guys all through the secondary and
that's true.
premiering Waddle, premiering Gesicki, your two main guys. You premiered them today. Mission accomplished. You see what I'm saying? So when I watch the film, I'll see how many opportunities they left on the table. At first glance, I know one for sure. But I got to watch the film. But people coming to that conclusion already, they're trying to shift the narrative. Go watch the film first and let's see. Because some of these plays you might look up and be like, why did we do that when the guy was wide open? Why did we do that? Why did this idiot miss the block? Why did this guy, like, there was one play I was mad at Brown. He chose the wrong hole to run through. It was clear as day. He had a wide open hole and he decided to go through the traffic. So people got to be careful on, it was the OC. You can't tell, I mean, not unless it was tons of boneheaded plays as Baltimore is returning this up the sideline. They just get him out of bounds at the 48. So Baltimore is going to start this drive with some good positive yardage already close to midfield. So 1st and 10 from about the 48-yard line for Baltimore. So I got to wait till I see the film. In this film, I am definitely, as Daniel Jones throws the interception for the Giants, I am definitely going to critique this game.
I mean, 32 minutes to 27 time of possession, 431 total yards, 431 total yards of offense to 396, passing yards 354 to 312, rushing yards. I'm shocked we had 77 yards to their 84. We had 23 first downs compared to their 21. We had 7 penalties compared to their 8. The turnovers were even. We had 2 sacks. 68 total plays to 62.
I know why we
How?
lost, bro. I know why we lost. I know you keep asking how. You got to think about game time situation. You are up. What was the score? Was it 13-3?
Mm-hmm.
13-3. Even when you were 10-3. How many times should we have gotten the touchdown?
I agree.
But I have to back up, and this is where people say I'm being extra or picking on Tua. Think about all those critical moments. So many, every single one of those moments that we're sitting here talking about are those misses. All of those misses happened when we had an opportunity to actually go up by 2 possessions instead of the 1. All of those opportunities were an opportunity to go up by 2 possessions instead of 1. And what did we do every time? We kept it at 1 possession or maybe got a field goal. That's what, when you look at the totality of the game, he had a good game, but how many times on my live stream was I saying at least we're in field goal range, or hey, this is an opportunity for us to go up by 2 touchdowns, and we just couldn't. So we can sit here all we want. How does it end up like this? Look at the flow of the game. 10-3. Miss a huge play, field goal. 13-3. Miss a huge play, turnover from the interception. 13, then they go 13-10. We're still up by 3. Now we got an opportunity to extend it to 2 possessions. Another field goal on a 3rd down dump off that was thrown a little too far. We want to ignore that because all we see is all the completions. But during the most critical moments, some of those plays happen to him in the critical moments where you put your foot on their neck.
I agree. I'm not disputing that.
And I'm not trying to make it about him, but those plays happen when you could have actually extended and put your foot on their neck.
But you got to look at, too, though, all for some pushback, because you got to look at a lot of, several of those drives, bro. They were caught. See, that's what I think, is contributing to this downslide, maybe even more than anything. It's the lack of discipline and lack of focus, bro. You look at not just this game, but look at the whole set from week 1 to now to week 5. If you go back and review the tape, bro, the costly situational penalties, bro, and it's killing us. You know what I'm saying? And again, we're not good enough to overcome that. And it just costly penalty. And again, I'm not making excuses. I'm just evaluating everything. And I think the lack of discipline, lack of focus, bro, has absolutely killed this team. And again, goes back to what did I say about the distractions that was upon us before the season started? I don't want this cloud lingering and hanging over this team. Either pull the trigger and make the trade, and it starts with that Deshaun Watson narrative. Now you got the reports coming out about Flores and Warren Herbert. And then you got Tua's trainer putting these tweets out about Flores losing the locker room, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's just amplified all the other deficiencies clearly that this team has. And, bro, it's a snowball effect now. So, but again, Flores, man, costly decisions, lack of maximizing draft resources, lack of maximizing free agency resources, lack of, this constant revolving door, O-line, OCs, every single year where you can't develop any type of continuity, bro. You can't keep doing that. This team is too young for that. And again, that you could assign that blame to Brian Flores. Nobody is responsible for that but him. So it's just a lot of things, bro. And again, unfortunately, I saw some of this coming before this, as well as others, you included. Some of this stuff coming, bro. I saw it. I said it's the perfect storm. The perfect storm. And it started with that Deshaun Watson narrative. Either you're going to make the trade or not. But now this limbo, leaving this team in limbo like this, us as fans, how frustrated we are. You can imagine the players, how they feel. They're like, damn, are you going to get this dude in here or not? And that constant, it's just been something, one thing after another, which is where we are right now, 1-5. And I don't know where they go from here. I don't know where they go from here because there's no, from a personnel standpoint, okay, you're going to get your wide receivers back. Okay, well, and
that's the point. You get your receivers back. What would they have done more today?
That's what I'm saying. Does that really excite you? You know what I mean?
You get your receivers back there, bro. We got everything we wanted about today.
Will Fuller clearly looks like he don't want to be here. He just getting his paycheck, and do your thing.
Did we have a drop pass? Well, maybe 1 or 2, maybe in the game.
No, it was relatively clean, bro.
No, we had drop passes, but it was really the pass itself, the Gaskins and all of that. But we didn't really. Our receivers played amazing.
Yeah, it was relatively clean. Matt Collins, look at these numbers. Giuseppe, first off, you need to prioritize. I'm going to say this. Now, I know I've been critical of Mike Giuseppe. No. You need to prioritize that man right now. If I'm Chris Greer. 8
are you going off of how he played today?
No, he's our most consistent guy, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
He's our best playmaker right now, even over Waddle.
Once again, that's kind of how I feel though. Like Just like if I'm gonna be fair to Tua Tagovailoa, that's why I feel the way that I feel. Where I can't give any of these guys like this Rue Hard a day because.
But no, Giuseppe has been. If
No.
there's
I know. Yeah, I get you. He put
he,
up 8 receptions for 115 today.
He's their best. He's clearly the best wide receiver, bro.
And Waddle had 10 receptions for 70 yards. What I'm saying is they didn't have a tough day today. The receivers got to run free without any contact today.
Mac Hollins, 4 for 61. Look at Durham's.
You there, bro?
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Yeah, again, EM, I like all of that, but again, did they have a tough day today? I got to be fair, just like I am with Tua. I can't put any credence on this receiving core because they got to run free in zones today.
But Giuseppe, though, this is typical for the most part. Giuseppe generally shows up if you actually target him and feature him. Giuseppe's gonna make plays, bro. He's proven that. Now we know he's lackluster in the run game. We know that. But in terms of a receiving threat, Giuseppe is your most consistent guy, bro. The most consistent hands. He's that guy.
He is, but not with today's production. This was like one of his best.
Well, yeah. I would agree. But he's had 100-yard games before. I mean, go back to the Buffalo game last year.
I know what you mean. What I'm saying is it's like once every 8 games where you see something like this.
Yeah, but see, today was an offensive explosion. But what I'm saying is he'll give you that 50 to 80 yard, in terms of yardage, he'll give you 6 targets. He had a top 5. If you look at it relative to a tight end, he had almost 800 yards receiving last year. So what I'm saying is, even for a receiver, that's outstanding for a receiver, not just a tight end.
Mm-hmm.
But he's your most consistent guy, bro. Where would we? God, no, I don't. Where would we be without him? I mean, really.
True.
I mean, really.
True.
So you should prioritize. I ain't saying break the bank and reset the tight end market. I'm not saying that, but
it's he might be warranted because it's hard.
Maybe.
But I don't know if I would pay a price tag. I don't know if I'll pay the price tag, bro. It's kind of tough for me. So what do you think about next week, Atlanta?
I don't even want. I have nothing right now, bro. I just can't get past today. I'm not gonna be able to get past today probably until Thursday or Friday. Because Atlanta, oh man.
Well, the one block I ever seen Giuseppe make, he didn't even use his hands, and they almost called a penalty on it today.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm just a loss of words. Something need to shake, and it got to be major.
But I mean, what though? You're not going to get rid of Tua, more likely. You're not going to make drastic personnel in terms of like cutting or signing or bringing a player in. The only changes you can make, what is he going to make? Change it to the OCs? What
good is that going to do at this point of the season?
That's what I'm saying. So
Lamar throws a touchdown.
You gonna fire Josh Boyer maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Boyer's a problem?
This will be an interesting week, bro.
I mean, really, I'm serious. Is Boyer a problem? Maybe Flores needs to sacrifice him and take more and assume more responsibility, complete responsibility for college defense.
Josh Boyer?
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got excuses. I mean, come on, bro. When your corner's getting toasted, even if it's X, it's the right play call. They just getting toasted. Number 2, guys not winning their one-on-one to get to the quarterback. And then today, you held them to 23 points. I mean, technically, it wasn't a great defensive day, but again, you held them to 23 points. It ain't phenomenal, but it ain't horrible. Without your starting corners.
I understand that, but I need a body, bro. I need a body on my doorstep if I'm Stephen Ross. And I think, and again,
and you think that body won't be Tua Tagovailoa because he had 300 and some yards.
Well, I just don't think it's going to happen. I don't. No, they ain't gonna bench Tua after today.
I ain't saying bench. No, I'm not talking about bench.
Oh, you talking about trade him away for make the trade for Watson? You mean
No, I don't know. I don't know what this is gonna bring. I'm
more?
confused because
I think at this point, more than likely, if they hadn't pulled the trigger by now, more than likely they're not gonna pull the trigger, not this year. So you have no choice but to stick with Tua. But what I'm saying, if I'm Stephen Ross, if I'm talk after the first thing on the agenda when we get home, I'm gonna tell Floyd to get his behind in my office immediately, and we're gonna have a come to Jesus moment behind closed doors, and I'm gonna tell him, bro, the message that he's gonna get, and I'm gonna be clear. Give me a body, and I'm gonna let you figure it out. I need somebody sacrifice for this for what I saw today. Float flew halfway across the world, bro, for this foolishness. I mean, really.
what body? You gotta give me a name, bro, because
That's what
that
I'm
ain't
trying to
easy.
figure out. That's what
Because
I'm trying to figure out.
every week is something different.
That's what I'm trying to figure out, TD. So if
You can't mess with the O-line coach right now because they ain't play that bad. I mean, they're actually improving. You can't mess with the receiving coach. You had not bums, but you get my point. Your three best receivers were out, and they had career days, almost all of them.
This is what I'm saying. If a sacrifice is needed,
somebody said Jerome Baker. I know you'll like that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. But that's more.
You can't say Jerome Baker because you gave him the money.
That's what I'm saying. You just paid him. You just made him a $10 million linebacker. So again, the only logical solution I can come up with in terms of sacrifice is Boyer, because I don't think if he fires Godsey, that's going to make things even worse. Or any of the coordinator, that's going to make it even worse. We can weather the defensive storm because Flores can assume that role completely. I mean, what other options do you have on offense if you fire Godsey? I mean, good luck with that one. So, but I'm telling him I'm gonna need something, Brian. If I'm Stephen Ross, I'm gonna need something. Somebody has to account for this nonsense.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
drove off halfway across the world, bro, for this nonsense. And you saw them damn Dolphin fans in the stand, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You saw all them damn Dolphins. That was a home game.
And we're losing international fans on top of that.
Oh, man. So, I need a body.
Are we home next week?
Man, I don't even know, bro. I don't even care, man. I want a body. I need a body. I need a body.
Maybe it's Noah.
Maybe,
it can't be a player, bro. It cannot be a player.
Why can't it be Noah? Why can't it be?
No. It can be Noah, but what I'm saying, it ain't good enough. Yeah. I mean, come on. Trading Jakeem Grant last week wasn't good enough.
I need something. There's no way in the world you put this product on the field and there's no message sent in terms of, there's no sacrifice no. Somebody has to go. Somebody got to go, bro.
I don't know. You
I just don't know who. I just don't know who. I don't know who. That's a good question. That's an excellent. I don't know who, but I need something if I'm Stephen Ross, bro. Something. Man. So I mean, who knows? Flo might be the sacrifice, bro. He might be.
Mm-hmm.
He might. I don't. It's tough for me to. Like I said before this game, bro. I said last week. I said I'm willing to give Flores. 1 year. I don't know if I can say that with a straight face right now. I don't know if I can say that, TD. Is this man? I mean, it's like. Every move he made, he's falling on his face flat. And you can't blame everything on the quarterback, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's not on Tua. People need to understand this. This is not on Tua because you cannot expect any quarterback to be perfect in a game. But it was an opportunity for him to take it. And I'm going to be honest with you. Had he actually taken the win, somebody still would have had to pay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody still would have had to pay, bro. I mean, it's just what it is. This is not good.
but it's like I said, Flores is the Jerome Baker experiment. You know what I mean? You got the worst linebacking corner in the league. That's because of you. That's the way you wanted it. You chose to get rid of an all-pro proven guy, at least against the run. You know, cut him for whatever reason. We don't know what that situation entails, all the details. But you turn around and you prioritize Jerome Baker out of every other free agent that you have coming up this year over Agba at a top 10 clip, Mike Gesicki playing at a top 10 level relative to position, Xavier Howard, at that time was the top 1, 2, or 3 corner in the entire NFL. But you play hardball and put them on the back burner and you prioritize Jerome Baker?
Yeah, and they did. As
Come on, man.
Herbert misses on 4th and 1, ladies and gentlemen. Herbert does not look like the explosive player he's been because of the level of competition. And this is what I keep trying to explain to EM, the level of competition. No, just playing. But yeah, man, somebody has to pay, but I think we might have another week of nobody paying. Nobody paying.
And we're gonna go part of my language, we're gonna hear the same BS.
Unless it's big trade happen, but it is what it is.
We're gonna go into next week and we're gonna hear the same BS. Well, we gotta get back to work. We gotta execution.
I put this one on me.
I put this on me. We all have to be better. We've got to be better. We just got to be better. Oh man, let me calm down, bro. Let me calm down.
Trust me, it's all in my head.
Let
but
me calm down.
I myself will keep it family friendly today.
But I'm gonna tell you this though: they go lay an egg next week, bro. The gloves are coming off. If they go lay an egg next week, the gloves are coming off. From my perspective, I'm going all in on Flores, bro.
How's Atlanta's defense?
Oh, it's horrible too. It's horrible, but Atlanta can score points though.
I know that is a difference.
They can score points. So
they can put up 30.
Yeah. So yeah, if they lay an egg next week, bro, the gloves are coming off. I'm gonna have to be a lot more critical than I ever have been on Brian Flores, bro. I'm gonna have to.
Oh my gosh, this hurts.
It's disgusting, TD. It's making me physically sick, bro. It's gonna ruin my week. My weeks have been terrible. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You're not alone, bro.
My family, bro, they do not like being around me right now, bro. They don't. I'm cranky. I'm moody. I mean, I'm grouchy because of my team losing. I'm normally a happy-go-lucky guy, believe it or not. I know a lot of people won't believe that, but I'm easy to get along with. You know what I mean? Relatively reserved. But now with this team, bro, it's the amount of investment that we've all made emotionally, financially, everything. Bro, sometimes we even neglect putting food on the table to show our, loyalty to this team. It's ridiculous.
But this is why those people need to stop that crap. Let it play out. Let the rebuild. Some of us saw this potential before it came.
I don't think, again.
I was positive about it, but there's parts of me that knew that there were too many hopefuls on this team. And then you're asking all those hopefuls to click at the same time.
But see the thing, TD, it was self-inflicted, bro.
Yeah, but that's what you deal with. We're hopefuls.
I understand, but all of the moves that you make, right, were self-inflicted. Did you hear in the telecast? I forget who the commentator was, but he referenced Kyle Van Noy's leadership last year, and I just mentioned this privately, and last time we was on Larry's show. He highlighted that in the telecast. That's what they're vastly missing right now.
Can't argue that.
Completely void of leadership, and it's playing on the field. They're struggling to try to find that production. They're struggling to try to find. Everybody was so glad they got rid of Shaq Lawson last year. They are struggling to find his production now. They haven't replaced it. And just those two moves, bro. You look at everybody was so glad to get rid of Eric Flowers. Eric Flowers was the second grade overall graded highest rated lineman last year, right? And look at him now. You're paying $6 million of his salary to trade him away, and now Washington is getting production from him.
Yeah.
Again, self-inflicted. Self-inflicted. You position yourself in the offseason to make, we can all agree, to make the Deshaun Watson trade. You ought not to do that. And I understand the scandal that's going on, but you still don't pull the trigger on it. Again, self-inflicted. You put yourself in a situation. You paid 2 first-round picks for a slot receiver. Let's call him what he is right now. And I love Jalen Waddle's upside.
Mm-hmm.
But 2 first-round picks for a slot receiver where you could have sat your behind right there at 11 and got the best player in the draft, which is Rashawn Slater, which would have solved so many issues up front for you. And you don't do it. Self-inflicted. So, again, I can go on and on and on again, and there'll be another show for that, I'm sure, at some point in time in the near future. But self-inflicted. So it's not, in my opinion, if you don't make half of those moves, you're in a much better situation right now. But again, you brought that on yourself. So it wasn't the quote unquote, the rebuild is not over with. No, you were on pace. You were right on point, on pace to improve upon what you had last year.
Yeah.
Right. Your record last year. But you made the wrong moves. And again, self-inflicted. So I don't,
Do you realize we're on the verge of blowing everything up?
I don't see that. It's too many young players. It's not like this is a veteran-laden team. The only thing I could see in terms of major changes, I don't think they'll re-sign Xavier Howard.
Devontae Parker.
But again, I mean, what is Parker doing right now? You ain't gonna miss Devontae Parker right now.
And if you don't get Watson, you ain't re-signing Fuller.
Yeah, but what are we getting from Fuller right now? Not a goddamn thing.
It. No, I just think that's because Watson ain't here. I just think he just
But I mean, in terms of blowing it up, why do you need to blow? This team is too young. It'd be one thing if there's a veteran-laden team, but it's not. They blew it up last offseason when you got rid of all them free agents you signed the previous year. They blew it up last year, this offseason. So this team is too young right now. One of the youngest teams in the NFL. So what are you gonna blow up? No, you got too many cheap players. No, you're not gonna do that.
Yeah, but if you're just banking on their progression, that could take 2 more years.
It could, absolutely. Absolutely.
And that's if it happens. And this is why I keep saying, can we have any guarantees on this roster that we feel like is going to be a guy for the next 10 years? Like, I want you to name it. Name the person who is less than 7 years in this league who you feel like is a guarantee for the next 10 years on this roster.
Tua Tagovailoa. Tua Tagovailoa. But
okay. If that's what you believe, if you already got that as a guarantee, do you really know? Seriously, do you see that as a guarantee?
I don't see any guarantees on this roster.
That's all I keep saying. That's all I keep saying. We haven't hit on a guarantee. Nothing is a guarantee on this roster, and that's why I'm saying go find some guarantees and start there. And you're supposed to put guys around your guarantees, but you ain't got no guarantees. As Herbert with another incomplete pass, and they're going to be punting the ball again back to Baltimore. These windows are tight, and he's not getting these wide open guys today.
Well, Baltimore, again, they're one of those man teams, bro.
Yeah. Well, they're one of those man teams, too. They closing on these guys. These guys also dropping the ball.
Well, I mean, TD, I don't know what, and see the dog there.
Wide receiver. Yeah, I know. His wide receiver dropped it. That was 2 plays in a row on the drop. But go ahead, bro.
The Dolphins are in a difficult situation. The critical mistake you made in trading away your number 1 pick because you were so arrogant to think that you would have a better record than the 49ers.
Yeah, that's what it was. We're going to be winning games anyway. So let me tell you, that's why I don't listen to those people that be like, well, this is a rebuild. This is what they expect this. No. When you traded away your first round pick, you did not expect this. I don't want to hear that crap about they expected this. This is a part of the process. No, they knew that they felt like they'd be picking in the top 15 in the draft. I mean, in the bottom 15 in the draft, or even making the playoffs. So that nope. This is falling apart, bro. And let me tell you something. This is where Flores can start losing the locker room legitimately. This is where they could start losing it legitimately. Because this wasn't good what we just got. Let me tell you even a step further. How about this? You gave away your timeouts that might have given you time to at least get the ball back at the end of the game. You cannot discount that there's a minute and something, and they're actually running plays that run the clock. And let me go even a step further. Let me tell you what was even more embarrassing. Flores was in a prevent defense at the end of that game. Flores called a timeout, and guess what he did? Here's what's sad about it. Flores actually, he actually was wise on the play, but it still didn't work. He said, you know what? There's enough time for them to get a quick first down. And instead of having 6 guys way back there, he said, I want 6 guys to play the defensive line. I mean, play the first down marker right about here, field goal range, and the rest of y'all back with a one-man rush. And what happened? Trevor Lawrence still was able to complete the pass for field goal range. He called a timeout to avoid that, and they still was able to get that. You notice that?
Yep.
So I'm sorry. That was their plan from the get-go. Just get a few more yards, get in field goal range, and we could change the narrative right here that we got to go for a Hail Mary, and we could just try a field goal, and in worst-case scenario, overtime.
That is a killer. I turned the TV off before he kicked the field goal, bro. I couldn't even watch.
As soon as he got in range, I knew what time it was at that point.
I couldn't even watch it. I turned the TV off. And they left 1 second on the clock, and I was just like, yeah, Urban Meyers just actually outcoached him right there. They were going for a Hail Mary. They weren't going for no Hail Mary. Chaos. The play was designed to pick up the few yards and hurry up and call a timeout. Some of y'all need to stop the delusion. Nobody should believe they were going for a Hail Mary on that play. That play was designed to pick up the first. Because if you're going for a Hail Mary, you take a Hail Mary. Yeah, I agree.
Oh, my gosh, man. He said it. Ain't nobody hearing that mess. Talk about he said it. I don't care if he did. If you going for it, you going to throw it.
Oh man. And
let me tell you, they were going for a Hail Mary until Brian Flores called a timeout and gave them time to think, oh, wait, we might could get this first and call a timeout.
I'm trying to help you, Flo. I'm trying to help you, my friend.
Flores actually gave them that. He gave them that. They were going to go for a Hail Mary, but they got time to actually think about it. He called the timeout. The last timeout, he called it.
I'm trying to help him out, TD.
You know what, bro? I want to help Flores out in the sense that this isn't a fireable offense, but something for him. But something has to give. Let me tell you why, because here's another thing you have to understand. Coaches make blunders like this all the time, but sometimes, whether it's the defense or quarterback, sometimes they just win games for coaches that do boneheaded stuff.
Yeah, I agree.
And it doesn't look as bad.
I agree.
And the truth is, he doesn't have neither right now. He ain't got the defense to win him a game, nor the quarterback to win him a game. He just got everybody that in the best case scenario, you're going to get today's play, a lot of good execution, but good enough to not be good enough. And that's the team. And sometimes you need a few guys on your team that can carry you over the top. Christian Wilkins and Ogba showed flashes of that today, but who else did? Jaceki, but y'all know what I mean.
I thought Javon Holland played a good game.
He did.
He was solid. He was solid.
And
that
even the
was
ones that he gave up, he at least laid a hit right away.
right.
Because you can't ask him to do everything.
That call on me, that BS call, that was a terrible call, man.
I actually saw the replay and saw it graze his helmet. You didn't?
Yeah, but he wasn't targeting him.
But it hit his helmet, bro. I felt the same way, but at the same token, that's what they called.
But I thought there has to be intent there.
No, you hit the helmet, you hit the helmet. That's the one.
Okay.
You hit the helmet, you hit the helmet. It's clear as that. They didn't call targeting. Well, I thought it was a personal foul.
Well, that's what I'm saying. For it to be a personal foul, it would have to have been, he would have had to have target him or been at least, because see, he was trying to avoid the helmet because he reached around the guy to knock the ball away.
Which is true, but he actually got it. It's no different from a person trying to get the quarterback with their hand hit the helmet. Hands to the face. Anything up there, the NFL done paid that price in concussions. That's part of the game now.
Y'all in the comments, y'all have any solutions? I mean, y'all drop any solutions in the comments right now. I mean, I'm open for anything. I'm open for any ideas. Y'all in the comments, y'all drop what y'all think could potentially be a solution to, for us to at least.
All I'm saying, the issue still lies in the offense. With that kind of production today, you would have thought we had 28 to 35 points.
Go get Watson. Tua sucks. Flores should be gone. We need a new team. Laugh out loud.
Daniel Jones intercepted
new offensive scheme. Get Watson. Execution. Get rid of Austin Jackson. Oh, and what a colossal bust of an 18th overall pick has he been?
Who?
Austin Jackson. And you follow that.
He didn't play that bad today,
and
bro.
You follow that up with Noah Igbinoghene. Oh,
stop it,
man.
EM. He didn't play that bad today.
Oh.
No, EM. Don't do that to this man. I get what you're saying.
Follow that up.
Hold on. Did you not see improvement from Austin Jackson today? He didn't play that bad. We've seen him play horrible, but did he play bad at guard? He wasn't bad today.
He won Dallas Thomas today, but he wasn't good.
But ain't that improvement? Ain't that what you're telling me about Tua?
No.
See, you know I was trapping you with that, right? You know I was trapping you with asking you that because he did not play like the left tackle Austin Jackson. He showed improvement, so do not call him a waste. Keep the same energy, EM, so we can give you some credibility with your Tua argument. Did you not see tangible improvement today, EM?
Man.
That's all I'm asking you. Did you see improvement? I don't want to hear nothing else. Yes or no? The answer is yes. So calm down, bro. Don't do that to Austin Jackson. There was improvement, and that's all that matters.
What a colossal bust. Oh, my God, bro.
Then you're going to add bust on top. I gave you Noah, but you're going to add bust on Austin Jackson, bro? You are really going against what you believe, bro. Stop, man. Just stop. Stop. I get what you're saying, though. Don't get me wrong, but I'm allowed to do that, not you, bro. Because you got to be fair.
Oh, man. This team right here, bro. Oh, I mean.
Somebody say it sounds like you taking a dump.
Oh, man.
It's tough, man.
I've never felt this way before, TD. Never. And I went through the 1-16 season. I've never felt this. I mean, bro, it's like.
What's frustrating to me, you got the best protection out of so many players that you probably will get all season, and you lost.
But I will say this, though. I tell you what, Eichenberg is looking like he belongs.
Absolutely. But I told y'all that. People still rag on him now. But I told y'all Eichenberg is going to be a good tackle. I just didn't understand why they were doing what they did. That's the guy you should throw into the fire.
Eichenberg and Robert Hunt, especially, they look like they
Mhm.
belong, and they look like players you want to invest in.
Are
But
do you have a problem with how the center's been playing? I'm not. I'm
yeah,
not. I
well, I
actually.
think,
It's
yeah,
fair.
yeah, he's serviceable. I think there's an improvement with Michael Dieter. I think Dieter was more stout in terms of like,
Yeah, but
see,
saying with what we have now, I'm not
right,
comparing
right,
to
right,
Mike.
right, right. He hadn't been horrible. He hadn't been a disaster. Um, obviously they need a long-term solution at right tackle. I think that's Robert Hunt, but we'll see. But the O line, there was some again for the second. I get it's the Jaguars, but the second game in a row, you saw some improvement and some encouragement to move forward, some positivity. Um, but man, bro, it's just not. They can't collectively put together a complete game. They just
Mm.
can't do it, bro. It's like everything is going wrong all at the same time.
Yeah.
If you get decent O line play, you got too many questionable calls, play calling going on, or you don't get consistency from the quarterback, or you get too many drop balls, or the defense is giving up 200 yards of rushing, or it's just like, bro, it's so many leaks on this team, and you cannot plug enough holes. You cannot plug up enough holes to put together, a complete game to get a win, bro.
Mm.
And man, that's just, bro, it's so many things. Coaches are paid to be problem solvers. You know what I'm saying? You look at the
CBA.
Ravens.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? What's that?
CB83 said it's the injuries and durability. Are you kidding me?
Mm,
If you couldn't win today's game, regardless of the injuries and durability, bro, we cannot point to the injuries and durability. You can't. I mean, oh my gosh. You cannot point to that. What would our receivers have done more today?
mm,
You gotta tell me that. What would the starting receivers have done more today? I feel like it would have been worse for our offense. Why? Because we would have been taking shots to guys in double coverage just because they are the guys.
mm.
No. Let me go. My bad. I got to switch to the subscriber only mode because we got trolls in the comment section.
It's a sad day, TD. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm sad, bro. I really am.
Having this talk with you, I feel kind of better, bro. I feel better.
I don't. I mean, and that's not, no disrespect. Bro, it's gonna take me till Friday to get over this. I
I
really
get it.
don't, bro. This is terrible, man. This is the worst feeling I've ever had being. I'm serious. Being a
Mm.
Dolphin fan, bro. I'm serious. It makes me not want to spend another dime
Yeah.
on this team. I mean, bro, and people that know me privately, bro. Everywhere I go, when they see me, I have something Dolphin related on.
Yeah.
Either t-shirt, shorts, flip flops, hat, hoodie, sweatshirt, jacket, the whole nine. And I am telling you right now, I want to just, you know, put all that damn gear in the backyard, bro, and light a match to it.
Don't do it, bro.
I'm being honest, man.
We'll see better days, man.
I'm being completely transparent, bro. This is
Since
ridiculous.
Cincinnati
Ridiculous.
is blowing out Detroit 27-0, bro.
Mm.
Joe Burrow 3 touchdowns.
Oh, see, I know. I know where you're going with
No.
that.
I wasn't. I know. As soon as I said it, I felt like,
Um,
oh, I shouldn't have said that. But I'm just saying what's happening.
you know what conversation that's gonna bring up. That's gonna spark up, bro. So,
Yeah, he already got almost 300 yards, 3 touchdowns in the game.
damn.
Yeah,
And they'll be four. And,
Cincinnati
they'll-
steamrolling
and let that sink in. The Bengals will be 4-1,
4-2,
4-2, 4-2.
but
Oh yeah, they
still.
lost. They lost against the Packers. But
But you're
still, yeah.
right, exactly.
And they have answers long term at their quarterback position.
Well, yeah, it's no question. Burrow has already showed enough to know that he's going to be the future.
That, bro, it's too many question marks, TD. Too many. And then on top of that, you Stephen Ross, you really gonna trust these motherfuckers? I'm sorry, you really gonna trust them with at least with the capital that you have left, 3 first rounders in the next 2 years? Are you really gonna trust them after they don't? It appears right now that they've completely screwed this up from, especially from a draft standpoint. That I don't think that's up for debate. I mean, are you really gonna trust them to right this ship? To right this wrong, bro? Can you? I mean, look at if I'm Stephen Ross, I'm telling Greer and Flo, look at what I have given you. And we don't even want to talk about the ramifications that we talk privately about what's coming down the road in terms of the dynamic as far as the minority-led infrastructure of this team. We don't even want to get into that right now, the ramifications that that's going to create.
Well, yeah, I think it might be time this week to have that conversation, though.
Oh,
I don't want it to happen. People need to be prepared because it's a real conversation, bro.
Oh man, bro.
Which sucks.
I don't want it to look like I'm kicking the man while he's down, but damn, Flo, I'm trying to help you, homie. I'm trying my best to try to come up with any solution. I'm trying to make an argument for you. Anything I can come up with to try to get enough support for you to where we can all, at least in our minds, can prepare ourselves to give you some grace. But damn, after today, bro, I mean, you're leaving me with basically nothing. I mean, nothing. I mean, what am I supposed to do with that? You know, you blame. Oh, it's the quarterback. Let's get Watson.
But this is why I feel like they might actually make a trade, because what else are you gonna do?
But
what else are you gonna do? But then you're gonna have all these people this week. Watson wouldn't have made a difference in this game. That's what you're gonna have everybody say.
I will say this from this perspective: if they do make a trade like that, at least you can say
Flores never won't get fired.
Well, that too, but at least you can say you have that position solidified, because it's make no mistake about
it. A guarantee. Finally, a guarantee.
Right. Make no mistake about it. Tua played well today, but he didn't answer every question mark that's surrounding him, bro. No. By no means. So I want to be clear about that. But this was a step in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
So if you trade for Watson, at least you got that position solidified. You don't have to worry about that. And he's long term. He's only 2 years older than the player that you have now as your starter. So at least you got that position again. He's a sure thing.
He's 3 years older, ain't he?
No, 2 years older.
Watson 2 years older than Tua?
2.5 years older than Tua Tagovailoa.
Dang. I ain't realized that.
Maybe less, but yeah. But I just don't think Ross is gonna. I mean, how can you trust him right now if you're Stephen Ross?
But Greer might realize I don't have any other options left. And because Greer is also on the hot seat. They're both on the hot seat now. I get it now.
Well, Greer should go.
You just lost to Jacksonville.
Greer should go. Greer. I don't think that's up for debate.
But remember, the Houston's general manager should have went too. But what did he do right before he left? Traded for Laramie Tunsil and gave up the farm. So, I don't know.
Greer's got to go, though, to be honest with you.
All I'm begging for is a guarantee on this team, bro. Give me a guaranteed running back. Give me a guaranteed tackle. Give me a guaranteed quarterback. Give me, you see what I'm saying? Just give me a guarantee.
I hear you.
We don't have no guarantees.
I get it. I understand.
Now, which position is going to make the biggest impact? So that's why I'm always talking about the quarterback situation, because that guarantee is more impactful than any guarantee by far.
I think, because see, I do think I'm 100% in agreement with you. Watson would definitely improve. I mean, clearly, I mean, he's not going to make you maybe even not even a playoff team right now, or definitely not a Super Bowl contender this year.
But if you replay this season, Watson beats New England. Mm-hmm. Watson beats the freaking Colts. Watson beats the freaking Raiders. And Watson wins today, EM. This is what I'm saying. That's all that matters. That's
I would
all
agree.
that
That's a good
matters.
point. That's a good point. We'd be 4-1, 4-1 right now.
4-2 or whatever.
4
Who
and
else?
2.
We lost to Buffalo, but who else we lost to? It was
That's
one
it.
more loss, wasn't it? There
No,
was
no,
one more
no.
loss. Yeah, it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
No, because we would have beaten New England. We would have beaten the Colts. We would have beaten the Raiders. When we lost against Tampa
Bay. Yeah, we'd have lost that one probably.
So
it would have been a fight probably, but we would have been that's 4-2. What I'm telling you,
4-2. Yeah. 4-2.
And that's the point that I'm trying to make. We know the difference that he makes in a game, and all 4 of those games were winnable. And even today, with Tua playing well, there was still opportunity where a top 10 quarterback would have won the game. And that's the difference in the NFL. Look at the Chargers. They might go 4-2. Look at Burrow and them. They about to be 4-2. They not the only ones getting it done on their team, but you put a bum behind center and they're very well 1-4, 1-5. And I'm not saying Tua is a bum in that regards, but you get my point.
Right. Yeah.
You put a less of a quarterback back there, put Jacoby Brissett or whoever you want to call on any of those teams, and it's a total different. They don't have those records. And that's the thing. That's the frustrating part.
It's a good
That's
point.
the frustration. So I don't, and I know it always looks like I'm just trying to compare Tua and tear him down, but there are levels to this. A top 10 quarterback, this team with all its problems in him is 4-2. And matter of fact, we might be playing better overall, just in general, with that quarterback. It may not even look like it stinks. We wouldn't even be in a situation where we got to continue to show that Flores tripping on a 4th and 1 with the play call and the OCs. We may not have all the offensive line slander because we winning games and our quarterback getting it done anyway. This is all I continue to say. And Tua can get there one day, but he's not there, and it's still a hopeful situation that he does. And I'm trying my very best to word this so it don't look like I'm just like, oh, he ain't the guy. He ain't the guy. He ain't the guy yet, but we don't know if he ever will be.
It's a tough situation all the way around, bro. It's tough. The timing is just crazy. It's ridiculous. Yeah. It's such a tough situation, bro.
It is.
Man.
I don't know, man. All I'm saying is our 4 losses, those 4 that I just mentioned, we're right there in that game. And better quarterback play would win them all. And what people need to understand today, Tua played a great game. Could it have been better? Could it have been elite today? Because that's what you see what I'm saying. Like I want you to think about the Bradys and all of that. Those easy opportunities, they get them on a higher clip, and that's why they look over the top. And it sucks because he had a good game today. That's the sucky part about it. Anything you say about his play today, it definitely is going to look like you're picking on him because he actually had a good day. But when you call the facts how they are, bro, at the end of the day, those 3 plays that we identified could have been the difference in the game. But we also recognize that Flores' decision-making and stuff like that could have been a difference as well. But sometimes your elite quarterback can cover it from you. Look at New England, man. I think people are starting to understand, Belichick is a good coach, but Tom Brady definitely took care of a lot of that.
That's true.
Tom Brady took care of a lot of that. I think y'all need to start coming to that realization. Tom Brady took care of a lot of that. I would like to, you know what? I'll go with what you say on this one, Em. Belichick probably held it down early in Tom Brady's career, but as time went on, Tom Brady took care of a lot of that.
I agree.
Made that team look a whole lot better than it might have been.
I agree.
So please, y'all can keep on labeling me with the hate stuff. All I'm saying is I'm trying to figure out a way for the Dolphins to win. And a lot of people rather replace 10 people instead of potentially 1. I'm going with the higher, the bigger probability. And there's incentive for Tua to be the guy. Because if he's the guy, we save all our draft picks and our money. And we got a chance to even have even more around him than we would with Watson. But it is what it is, man.
What would you say as of right now, TD, other than quarterback, because we talked about that?
Uh-huh.
What would you say is the glaring on both sides of the football? What on offense and defense? What's the most glaring issue?
Most glaring issue is the linebacking core.
I would agree
We
100%.
got a whole bunch of guys that are one-dimensional.
I agree 100%.
That's it. It is the linebacking core because I feel like our front is better than people think.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like our secondary is better than people think. But as we get exposed in the middle all the time, the front and the back has to overcompensate, which kills them.
Mm-hmm.
Think about all the big plays where we can get them off the field. The opposing quarterback takes advantage of that front, the middle, the linebacking core. 3rd and 6, Jerome Baker toasted. You see what I'm saying? It's always something with their responsibility. So the biggest glaring need is going to be the linebacking core. After that, you would say it's the O-line, but I'm telling you, that's the group that you should be willing to wait for it to play out a little, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 guys.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
But I will even defend Austin Jackson, as terrible as he has been. As he continues to develop at guard, it might just be enough.
Yeah.
It might just be enough. That's a situation where you keep your eyes on it and let it play out. But Liam Eichenberg, I'll keep him at left tackle. I'll let Dieter or the backup continue at center. I'll let Robert Hunt maintain. If they kick him out to right tackle, it would be better to me. I'd rather him at right tackle. And really, you just need to go get you a really good right guard.
A good guard, yeah. I would agree.
The O-line can be a lot better with one fix. Kick cut Hunt on the outside and go get you a really good guard.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
So
I would agree.
I don't know, man.
And
you can maximize with having a quarterback actually make all of that look really good.
Hang on 1 second, TD. Give me a minute, bro. Give me 1 second.
So, I mean, it's tough, man. Somebody said edge rushers and linebacker. Y'all don't even realize where Ogba ranks on in the NFL. He's actually one of the leaders in the NFL in pressures. I mean, and Jalen Phillips actually ain't doing as bad as people think. He's just not closing the deal, but he's up there in pressures too. The D-line is trying to overcompensate for what the linebackers are giving up all day. I don't think the pass rush is really the issue. We got to be better in that linebacking core.
I'll be right back, TD.
You good? We got to be better in that linebacking core, man. As Baltimore is going to get the ball back again, I think the Los Angeles Chargers can chuck this one up. And I think it's pretty much impossible for them to come back down by 28 points, 4 touchdowns with 10 minutes left in the 4th quarter and Baltimore about to get the ball. Other game break, Minnesota is beating Carolina 25-17. Green Bay is beating Chicago 17-14. Cincinnati is steamrolling Detroit 27-3. Indianapolis Colts, they're destroying Houston 24-3. Los Angeles Rams are killing the Giants 38-3. And the Kansas City Chiefs have reclaimed their dominance over Washington 24-13. And y'all already know the Miami Dolphins have lost to the Jacksonville Jaguars 23-20. Who would have ever thought? Oh my gosh, it just still hurt. Tampa Bay beats Philly 28-22, man. That's only one player. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Lorenzo. TDNEM, who do you believe should be the next head coach? Brian Flores? I just, like, they've really made some boneheaded decisions, though. How could you pay Jerome Baker the money that you gave him? I'm still baffled by that one. How are you giving Jerome Baker the money that you gave him? It makes absolutely no sense. Tua is so garbage. I don't know what y'all see in him. Tua's, I'm telling you now, I'm one of the most critical people about Tua Tagovailoa. I'll be the first to tell you he's not garbage. Tua Tagovailoa is not garbage. He's just not good enough yet. He's out here. Anybody who could take what the defense gives them and make those plays, that's a start. You know, The only tough part about this game is when the defense don't give you anything, how many things are you taking? That's what it's really about. And he hasn't found a way to take anything. So, and some will call it a game manager. Like, I mean, y'all watched the same game I watched today. At least 90% of the passes he threw was a wide open guy. Am I wrong on that? Almost everybody who caught a ball was able to get yards after the catch today. Wide open. So it's hard for me to actually, praise the minimum expectation, if that makes sense. What happened today to me was a product of minimum expectation with the defense that's giving you everything. So I'm not sure, man. Again, I've always said, I told y'all this before. Tua can win all of these games and just beat one of the teams that's tough. I told y'all Tua should win all these games except those tough ones. Because you're not going to be able to have the easy go against the tough ones. 329 yards just to lose to Urban Myers. Honestly, ain't no excuse for it. It's tough. It's tough, man. And you look at Herbert today, absolutely getting toasted, not having a great day at all. Some of the passes you see could have been better from Herbert. He also had a lot of drop passes too, though. So for those who are like, why aren't you getting on Herbert today? This reminds me of the New England game last year where he got blown out. I have never asked Tua to have every game phenomenal, but Herbert has competed in all 5 of his first games this season and balled out. And he lays a stinker today. And there's plenty of blame to go around, but I'm going to put it on Herbert. He laid a stinker. But why am I going to emphasize the stinker he laid today if it's 1 out of 6? 1 out of 6. You want me to emphasize 1 out of 6? I would beg for Tua to give me 1 out of 6 stinkers. Have 5 phenomenal games and 1 stinker. I would take that any day of the week and twice on Sunday. The only thing with the Chargers is it's tough because this was a barometer game where you wanted to come perform well and show that you're in contention. They take a huge step back today, getting blown out by Baltimore. And it continues to show how trash their defense is. 34 points. Tua hasn't had a stinker all year. I agree, but once again, which would you rather? 5 elite games and 1 stinker, or 4 average games and 1 really good one that you lose anyway? You decide. You decide, T-Rich, which one you'd rather have. And I want you to put that in the comment section so you can look crazy if you pick the wrong one. Y'all tell me, which would you rather have? 5 elite games and 1 stinker, or average games and 1 good one that you lose anyway? This goes back to last year too. Herbert, 5 out of 6 games are gonna he balling out. Even last year. Even last year, man. I don't understand why y'all say he played good today. Because he completed a lot of passes with a lot of yards to wide open guys, and we moved the ball, and it just looked better than it did the previous weeks. That's why people are saying, oh, that's intercepted. Maybe. Did he catch that? So that's why they said he had a great game today, because he got a lot of yards today or whatever. Did he actually pick it off? Yeah, that's a pick. That's actually an interception. Wow. That's an interception for Lamar Jackson, even though it wasn't his fault. That was the receiver's fault. He juggled it. The receiver juggled the ball, and that's going to be picked off. Bateman gave up the interception, hurting Lamar Jackson's stats. We lost to a college team, TD. Y'all better stop that craziness. Y'all funny. Y'all are funny. Mm. All right, Herbert's going to have a chance to try to put some points on the board as he throws to Eckler in the flat, and that's going to be good for 4 yards. We should have put up 30, TD. Listen, I've already said it. We shouldn't have had a minimum of 28 points the way the day went. It's the NFL any given Sunday. So true. Watson win that game. A lot of checkdowns from Tua. No, I mean, I don't solely agree with that. I think Tua really took what the defense gave him, which was a lot of intermediate passes. He threw a lot of intermediate passes. There's a lot of nice passes. It's just the guys were wide open. So I'm not going to sit there and say Tua was checking down today. I got to go watch the film on the checkdowns that we had, but I'm not going to say that, he didn't take all that wide open stuff in the middle of the field of Gesicki and Waddle. Tua had his way with tight ends today. Right. Herbert throws a screen, and he's going to be 1 yard short of the first down. It's going to be 4th and 1, and the Chargers call a timeout. Why can Tua only throw slants and screens? Well, he could throw mid-range passes too when the guys are wide open and stuff. He usually don't throw those passes if they have any close coverage on it. I don't know. Today might have given him confidence even in those tight games. Even in those tight games, like we're good coverage, he might let it sail. I'm not sure. We got to see how it goes. You must be able to run the football in the NFL. I agree, but they decided to air it out with Tua. Let me tell y'all something. I think today was a clear example. Like, y'all probably going to disagree with me. I really think the Miami Dolphins are on the verge of making that trade. And today they said, we're going to throw the ball 80% of the time and see if Tua can carry us. He got all the yards, but he left some major stuff on the field. So I don't know what they will conclude as an evaluation in this game. I don't know what they will conclude. I feel like the way that the game was called, which I thought was a great way, let him throw. You can want to run all you want, but as successful as he was throwing the ball, if we would have ran more, we would have punted more, is what some of y'all need to understand. If we had ran the ball more, we would have punted more. We would have punted more. Our best chance is the ball in Tua's hands. But is that enough? That's what it comes down to. Is that enough? Oh, let me see something. Herbert's back to pass. Herbert completes as Aaron Rodgers scores another touchdown. Green Bay wins. I'm checking on it now, Finsanity, in Dallas. So Green Bay is taking care of business. So just Dallas, Finsanity. That's it. Just Dallas. I keep forgetting who Dallas play today. Dallas plays the Patriots. Ooh, that's gonna be tough. We'll see how it goes. They just struggle against the Patriots always. All right, Herbert connects underneath for 6 yards. We're going to have 2nd and 4 coming up. Can't be more true than that. TD, they took off the Chargers game and put on Kansas City game. I'm not shocked. I'm watching the Chargers game because I'm on Sunday Ticket. But I don't know why they put Kansas City on. I mean, Washington ain't going to win that game. Am I streaming the 4 p.m. game? I'm not going to do it. I'm probably going to watch with the wife the Cowboys game or get out of the house and do something with them. As the run is for -2 yards, this game is pretty much over. Somebody said we need a real OC. Why are y'all saying the OC was an issue today? Do you see all those successful plays today? Do y'all see all those successful plays today? And y'all saying we need a new OC. Now, this is what I want y'all to do. I'm glad you said that. This will be y'all real test. Forget all the successful plays. If any of y'all get the film, I want you to watch all the unsuccessful plays. And I want you to go and say, hey, where was the opportunity on the play? Was there any? If there was no opportunity, OC. If there was no opportunity, that's on the OC. But you're going to go watch that film, and you might come to discover 80% of the opportunity plays, 80% of the plays that were not successful was due to execution. Everybody always say the OC because the execution is bad. But go watch all the unsuccessful plays and then go look at how many plays were actually successful. So Herbert's day is probably going to end with that incomplete, and that should do it. That should end the game. 4th and 1 to win the game. Who had a 4th and 1 to win the game? Who say you were going to win the game even if you picked up that 4th and 1? It was still tied. You weren't in field goal range. You were actually in their territory. That's why you should have never called that. It shouldn't have even been a play. Punt the ball, let the defense go. You got timeouts. If you lose that way, you lose that way. But you never give a team the ball 10 yards away from field goal range. Taking a risk of giving a team a ball 10 yards away from field goal range. Are you kidding me? Just no, that's ridiculous. Don't say it was the play call, because had we thrown the ball and it was incomplete, you would have said the same thing. So no, everybody, that hindsight of what would have happened or should have happened had this happened, if that would have happened, it's just not smart. It's just not smart. I'll do you one better. Say you had 95 yards to go. You were backed up in your own territory with a minute and 50 left with 99 yards to go, 95 yards to go. And it was 4th and 1. Would you have went for it? Would you have went for it? And that's my point exactly. You wouldn't have went for it. Just like if you wouldn't have went for it if you were on your own 15. You wouldn't have went for it when you were on your own 25. You wouldn't go for it if you're on your own 35. At what point do you say you go for it? 45 ain't it. 45 ain't it. You just don't go for it. Not unless you're on the positive side of the field. You on a 45? Maybe. But you just don't go for it. Call it what it is. Flores was out coached on that. That's not the OC. You should be able to pick up the 1 yard. Talk about the play call. Maybe you could put that on the O-line. It's 1 yard. You got to be able to pick that up. Because the team didn't execute on a play, you want to put it on the OC? How many teams in the league can get that? OC, OC, OC. Y'all always want to blame the OC. Tua had probably the most yards in his career, and y'all still talk about OC. Well, what did Tua leave on the table today? Anybody want to talk about that? All y'all making these excuses. How about you sit here in the comment section and be like, oh, especially you, T. Rich. Why don't you say it right now? Yeah, that interception from Tua, man, that should have been a touchdown. We wouldn't have never had this conversation if he had gotten that touchdown. That third down where he floated it over the top and we had to end up punting, that should have been a first down right in field goal range. Yeah, if he would have got that, we might have not been having this conversation. Nobody want to talk about that stuff, do you? And I acknowledge Flores' decision-making in certain game times. We may not be having this conversation either, but don't try to stick it on one person. See, I would listen to some of y'all a lot more if you spread it around and make sure you include Tua in it. But you ain't doing that. You forbid doing that. No. No, don't say that interception was bad, T. Rich. Say that was the potential game winner. Just like you just sat here and said, had we picked up that 4th and 1, we would have scored. You see how you can add it on that, but you don't want to add the qualifier on Tua's interception. Don't say it was just bad. Say that we would have probably won the game had he got that. Just can't do it, though. Can't do it. It was probably a freaking touchdown with the freaking safety 15 yards away. They didn't score off the interception, though. Who cares? We should have scored off that interception. We should have scored on that play. That's the point. I don't care that they didn't score. We didn't score because of it. What did we need in this game? You're actually making my point. They didn't score. Defense, kudos. What do we need in this game? Simply more points. What points did we leave on the board? That's all we needed in this game was more points. That's it. No matter how you want to cut it, slice it. We needed more points in this game. Did we leave any on the field? Where were the opportunities that we left points on the field? Bam. Bam. I ain't even got to say the person's name. Where were the areas where we left points on the field? There you have it. There you freaking have it. There could have been a lot of other things that were done better in that game. But where did you leave your points in the game? There you have it. As a QB, you can have 2 or 3 missed plays and still be a great day. I agree. He had a great day, but guess what? 2 or 3 misses could have been the difference. I ain't going to disagree with you. You're right. As a QB, you can have 2 to 3 misses and still have a great day. I agree. But it depends on what you miss on. Because as a QB, you can also have a day where you don't miss. You act like it's impossible to have a day that you don't miss, especially when you're playing a defense that's giving you everything. The defense gave us everything. Imagine playing a game where you basically said, no secondary. That's what it felt like today. No secondary. Got you. Got you. Oh, I missed that one. Ugh. TD, you blaming Tua or the entire team? I ain't blaming nothing but Brian Flores. This ain't Tua. This ain't the entire team. This is Brian Flores' L to hold. Flores holds this L. It's not Tua's fault, and it is not the rest of this team's fault. Brian Flores owns this one. When I talk about Tua, I just point out the fact that, gosh, This is where a quarterback can say, screw the head coach, I'm going to take the W. There was an opportunity to do that. There was an opportunity to take the victory where, honestly, he would have deserved all the praise. Think about it. Had he took the victory and we would have said our defense technically was trash, they were giving up a lot, they made some big plays. This would have been the one win where we couldn't have said the defense carried us though. Stop giving all the credit to Tua. The defense carried us. This was the one game where we could have said that. This was the game where you could have said that had that actually happened. Because guess what? A lot of people are mad because their narrative, no matter how y'all say Tua played, he wins games. This was one of his best games and we lost. So that narrative don't work for people right now. It's just not true. Wow, that defensive end just got an interception in that KC game. Anyway, man, I'm finna get out of here, spend some time with the family. Love y'all, appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna be back later. I'm gonna talk to y'all later, man. I'm gonna let this one simmer out, and it is what it is. Peace. I am out.